when/if I ever do a 24-hour stream, you better stay for the whole time. You really want me to do a 24-hour stream? And I might one day, you know, I feel like that'd be fun. But if I do, you better flipping stay for the whole time. Cause I'd be doing it for you. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, I would hate that. I would hate doing a 24-hour stream. I could do 12 hours. A 24-hour stream might break me. Are we there for all 24 hours? Good, good. Even if you're not, put up a little courtesy tab for me. Speaking of flipping courtesy tabs, so I'm assuming you guys know what oh wait, hold on, blah, blah, my eyes. You know how long I've been asking for this, and you think I won't stay? I'll let you know. I'll let you know if it becomes. Watch me accidentally do a 24-hour stream. I pride myself in watching all of the incredibly long streams. Really? Okay, okay then. It's gonna be a fun day when we do that. I don't know when it'll be. I don't know how many years in the making it'll be. We should plan that. I feel like we should do I feel like we should build up to it. You know, maybe like 100 followers, a 12-hour stream, then like 1,000 followers, just like a 24-hour stream kind of thing. So I feel like we have to work our way up. You know. Let's say the whole 12-hour Unis Honest stream. Oh my gosh! But you know what? Unis Honest is a different story. Unis Honest is like incredible. I couldn't stay the whole 12 hours. I got to the end, and I was able to watch the ending, but it was actually going on during my finals, like the last day of my finals, and so I had to I had to write an essay on that day that they were doing the stream, and I hated it, and so I was procrastinating all day because I wanted to watch the stream, but then I was like, no, I just gotta do it, and then I got to finish my essay on time, and then I watched the rest of it on a stream at like 3 AM, and it was great. It was awesome. The 5,000 followers is a 42-hour stream. Oh my gosh. Wait, why 42? Wouldn't it be 48? Let's make it a 48 and 10 hours. 10,000 is maybe 4 hours. Do we just keep every big milestone of followers we flipping just? Guys, can you imagine 1 million followers? 5 days. 5-day stream. Oh my gosh, wait. Guys, we have to do it. We have to, guys, hold me to that. I'm not gonna say it'll happen because, you know, wishful thinking and all. But if I ever happen to get 1 million followers, I need you guys to make sure that I do like a 5-day stream. I'll hold you to it. Good. That'll actually, oh my gosh, I'm scared. Oh no. I've made a mistake. I'll be stuck in my, oh my gosh, can you imagine? I'll be like stuck in my house for, oh no, what about my job? Oh well, hopefully by 1 million followers I'll have made this my job. You said it live, you gotta do it. I know! Hi, Turtle Time! I know! Now I have to do it! Dang, that's gonna suck! That's gonna, oh my gosh, it'll be like the Ludwig stream, but like worse because it's me. Hold on, I gotta finish my... Okay guys, I gotta finish my Reese's, okay? But anyway, so, flipping Wes, I found this out the other day, guys. So, for those of you who don't know, Wes is a bestie. They're often featured on the stream. I'm sure you guys do know Wes, but just in case. Their stream can just call in sick for 5 days? Oh my gosh, no. I don't think that'll ever... You're better than Lightweight? Yes! Yes! Thank you. Oh my gosh, Mars, that was the kindest thing you ever could have said. I've peaked. This is it. But so Wes was like, Meeks, I can never watch your streams. And I'm like, why? And they were like, because you always stream when Germa is live, and Germa is like a Twitch streamer who like Wes follows and like they love. And so they're like, listen, I have my priorities. I can't watch you if I'm watching Germa. And I was like, you're not gonna watch your bestie stream because you're watching someone else's stream. Okay. And I was like, do you even have a courtesy tab up? Do you even have my stream open in a separate tab on mute? So that way I at least get the view count? That's what I thought, and they did it. So, I swear. Wes better do that now. I'm gonna get upset. Was this fake? And that's, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That was literally what the conversation was about. Wes had been calling me fake because I didn't like Allie's TikTok because I don't have a TikTok. And I was like, I don't have a TikTok, I can't like it. So I liked it in spirit. And everyone was like, wow, Meeks is so fake. And I was like, really? Do you even watch my streams? So thank you for saying that, Mars. Wes is fake. Get them, eat them alive. Wow, I like Gemma, but... Oh my gosh, King Saw, you're a real one. You watch me over Germa? Is that a thing? Is that canon? Oh my goodness. Dark Troll? Sorry. Guys, am I better than Germa? Have I? What? Yo, you gotta tell Wes that. You gotta spam that in the Discord. Make Wes feel bad. That's incredible. Oh my goodness. See, this is why I love you guys. My Twitch chat always supports me. Okay, sorry. We have been... There's been 10 minutes of nothingness other than me eating Reese's and talking about stupid stuff. So we're gonna get into the game. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I had to eat my Reese's. Meek Supremacy. Thank you! What are we on? Are we on like chapter 3, chapter 4, whatever? I don't remember. Meek's cult? Yo! I've always said that in an alternate universe, I could run a cult. I've said this. Because I think it's true. I think that if the time were right, you know. It's such a nice day. When did it get so warm I thought it was still winter? There's a breeze from over the water, making the leaves rustle gently. Sorry, I'm also drinking Dr. Pepper. Sorry guys, sorry. This is that alternate universe. Oh my gosh! I'm alternate universe me! How fun, how exciting. I'm a psychopath. Wait, oh my gosh, do I still have the Undertale music on? Whoa, guys, sorry. Sorry, the Undertale music is not supposed to be. Alright. Unless you want me to turn it back on, then I will, but... Everything smells nice. Why haven't I been taking advantage of this beautiful day? I should be out here, walking along the waterfront. There's a calm and peace and contentedness. Now I see how special this place is. I think it wasn't always this way, but it's hard to tell. I know I was having problems at one point, but that was long ago. When was that? I can't remember. This moment in time seems to stretch infinitely. It has always existed. It will always exist, unchanging. Perfect. The surface of that lake is such a brilliant blue. A blue I could lose myself in. What's an imminent? Forever blue. I crack myself up too much. I have to stop thinking on the...
What do you think?
Oh, it's Soren! Oh my gosh, this creepy guy. Get me out of here.
It was nice. It was like I could close my eyes and feel myself in another place.
I am... this creep. I know, right?
But I didn't completely lose awareness of the real world. It was more like a mental state that I was experiencing.
Remarkable technology, isn't it?
Oh, is it the dream stuff that he was working on?
I've had others who tried it tell me it's akin to a state of higher consciousness. Aware, but totally serene, totally peaceful.
I don't know if I buy that, but okay. Soren retrieves a bottle of whiskey and from a liquor cabinet and serves himself. Oh no. Evelyn, hun, it's time to leave.
Here's a thought experiment for you. Say there was a certain medical procedure that could remove your suffering. No side effects, no cost, just an operation that would make you permanently happy.
I wouldn't... I don't know. I think that permanent happiness can be dangerous. I mean, without the sad moments in our lives, like they say that there's no love without hate, and that statement is so true because if you can't feel the sad times in your life, then you can't experience true happiness. So I think that an operation to make someone perfectly happy would be pointless because then they wouldn't really be experiencing happiness. They just wouldn't be experiencing sadness, which I think that every emotion that we feel is a part of life and is beautiful. It's only sadness can be beautiful, and sadness is something that we should experience as human beings because it's necessary to do so in order to achieve those brighter and happier days. Dang, I really went in there. Oh my gosh. Whiskey, that's the time to leave. That's what I'm saying. I can't be here with Soren. I don't,
Would you get it? You have these philosopher types arguing you shouldn't do that.
I literally said that. Oh my gosh, I'm literally a philosopher. Oh my gosh.
To be human.
I'm literally, guys, flipping the game literally called me a philosopher. Look at me go. Oh my gosh, I'm such a flipping genius.
Or that the happiness you'd experience isn't real.
Oh my!
So it doesn't count somehow.
How did I do this? I'm the best. I don't know what to say. Guys, meek supremacy. You just can't make this stuff up.
What a load of bullshit. If there was something
F you, Soren.
effective at taking my pain away and otherwise harmless, I would take it immediately.
Well, of course, but it's because humans naturally always want what we can't have. We're always, as a society, humans, like species, we're always trying to achieve what we, can't, what we don't have. So it's of course natural that like we would want things that we can't have. We'd want to never feel pain again. Um, but that has its own dangers. This is just truly supreme. Thank you. Thank you! Guys, I know.
I refuse to believe that being alive means having to suffer.
I don't think that's what being alive means. I don't think that's what you should be getting out of people who say that, including what I'm saying. I don't think that being alive means to suffer. But I do think that suffering is a part of life. As sad as it is, I do think that pain and sadness, those are things that are part of life. Those are human feelings. Those are feelings that everyone can relate to. Those are feelings that we can connect to each other with. Like, have you ever interacted with a person who has been through similar trauma as you, and you two have kind of just clicked because you have an understanding of that shared pain? Like, that relationship, that bond is strong. Even if you perhaps don't know each other that well because you've been through shared trauma, which is a unifying, as sad as it is, it's a unifying experience. Surely. His voice is getting so ragged. How many drinks did he have before I came here? Oh my gosh, Soren, I can't be here.
Forgive me, I forgot to ask. Would you like some scotch as well?
No. No, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
BRB, sorry. You're good, King Song. Soren holds a bottle, examining it.
Cadam. Beautiful, light, luminous taste. Not peaty at all. Lovely stuff. If only psychotherapy worked as well as a single glass of well-made whiskey, huh?
Oh. Goodness.
If alcohol wasn't poison, I wouldn't have to invent anything now, would I? I do think we did some good work at Skanda, but I always knew there were going to be limits to the Eliza approach. I was a counseling psychologist for a long time, I understand the shortcomings better than anyone.
Really?
So much of it can feel like a waste of time. Talking through
audio
dredging up
mess-ups?
the past over and over again, trying and failing to change our habits and routines. It's all going to look completely ineffectual compared to what comes next. With direct stimulation and induced dreaming, we can take control of our own brains in a way that's never been possible before.
So that's okay. That's what I thought. I was wondering what he wanted to have induced streaming. I was wondering why he wanted to create induced streaming. That's kind of his whole big thing that he's working on is making people's dreams up or whatever. I don't know. We'll just call it stimulation and induced streaming, right? And I was wondering what he was doing it for, and it's probably for that. It's probably to get rid of PTSD, nightmares and things like that, maybe?
There's no reason we couldn't just eliminate this epidemic of despair for everyone in the world.
Dang, sorry. That's not me, by the way, guys. That's the game audio, like, bugging out like that. So sorry if that's, like, weird. I can't control that.
Imagine it. Anger, depression, emptiness, anxiety, jealousy, every kind of unhappiness you can think of. Obsolete.
Mm.
And to think Rainer wanted nothing to do with this.
Do you think it was possible he thought it was a bad idea?
He thought it was a bad idea.
Rainer's one of the ones who thinks negative emotions are important.
Right.
He told me he thinks pain should be regulated, not eliminated. After all, why would anyone write a poem or make art if they only felt happiness?
Well, I mean, there's plenty to talk about joy in art or writing. I don't think that solely pain makes you want to create. I obviously like for example, like Vincent van Gogh, flipping made beautiful, beautiful pieces, despite a tragic past and a warped sense of reality. You know, he still created beauty out of that, and there's something incredible about that work. You know, it's not, it doesn't say anything deep about our society, but it's simply depictions of the beauty of life. You know, it's about joy, right? So I don't necessarily agree with that statement. And also I just don't like Soren, so it fits that like he's not saying stuff that I would normally agree with.
He also said he was afraid of the way it would look in the media. A company as large as Skanda coming out with a product that changes the brain to make you happy.
That's fair. That's fair. I think if people saw that, they'd be like, what the heck?
All the sorry excuses we have for public intellectuals today would throw a fit about how dystopian it looked to them.
Yep,
It's
that's
better
true.
if a small startup takes the fall, if public opinion turns against this technology. That's the kind of calculus he was doing. Those are the objections he claimed to have, at least. There's another one I suspect he had too, though. If people are self-sufficient, they don't need an ongoing support system. A system provided by an all-knowing paternalistic presence like Skanda.
Sorry, okay. Like, I don't disagree. Like, I think that, like the quote-unquote math would work out for that. Like, obviously, if you're self-sufficient, you don't need a support system, but also, that's terrifying. And we should always have support systems in our lives, because support systems are just like friends, family, people who care about us and who we care about. And so that would be absolute, like, awful. That would be just absolute awfulness. Like, it'd be terrible. Why would you not want a support system in your life?
Wait, you think Rainer wants people to stay miserable so they stay dependent on mental health services from his company?
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, well, I mean, that's big business, though. That's big business. Oh, okay, Mars. But yeah, that's as sad as it is. That's what businesses do. Like, that's why flipping Apple makes their like products defective. So that way, in a few years, they break. So that way, you have to buy a new one, right? That's the whole point of big business.
Yes, I do.
Interesting. Okay.
It's quite the accusation, I know. Not something I'd come out and say in public, not yet, anyway. But you see, the people who come to Eliza regularly, it's part of their lives now. The more they integrate with Skanda's mental wellness tools, the more they'd be adrift without them. That's the real dystopia, don't you think? Rendered helpless without the guidance of computer algorithms. Total dependency on the system. Excuse me for 1 second.
Yo, Soren's kind of getting into it. I did not expect. This is a bit of a strong start to a stream. Soren hurries out of the room for some reason, leaving me with questions echoing in my head. Would I want suffering removed completely? Is it better to leave it alone? Hey. Do you think I could ask about Damien? Sure. What do you want to know about him? Like, what kind of person was he? You're asking me to describe him? If you're okay with that. I don't want to make you if it's uncomfortable, but it would help me to know what he was like. He was a brilliant software architect and engineer, one of the most sincere people I've ever met. He believed people were fundamentally good and wanted to help them. Our digital therapy project wasn't a mandate from management. We started it ourselves. I see. Damien went through some difficult times himself. He wasn't able to get the care he needed. That's why he wanted to change things. I wish he'd gotten the chance. I see. Thank you. This is going to sound weird, but sometimes when I'm working late and I doze off in the office, I have dreams about him. I never met him in real life, but it's like I sense his presence there. Like he encoded himself into the system in some way. Haha, I know it's just when I'm playing tricks on me. I don't believe in ghosts. Interesting. Okay. Soren likes this style of decor. I forgot what it was called. It's modern from around the middle of the century. Excuse me. There's a term for that, isn't there? Huh. Reminds me of the art in the counseling room. Knowing Soren, this is probably by some famous artists, and it cost him a fortune. It seems restrained for him. Maybe he's cut back. Yo. This is a bit. It's a bit uncomfortable here. I mean, it's a beautiful apartment, but oh my gosh. Soren comes back into the room and immediately pours himself another glass of whiskey. I don't like Soren. He's such a creep. He's such a creep. He doesn't seem to notice he's spilled almost all the way to the top.
I really think you, of all people, might understand what I'm trying to do here.
I get it, but like I can understand the human desire and want to remove pain.
I get it, but you don't think it's dangerous. You're essentially making technology that changes what people think is real.
Evelyn, you're much more concerned than you used to be about this kind of thing.
And what about it? People change, right?
I remember when you would dive headfirst into anything that held a promise, even a fleeting one, to help humanity. What changed your mind to make you so wary, so skeptical now?
Can I ask you something, Soren? What did you tell Damien?
Oh, this again. Don't tell me we had all of this wonderful conversation tonight and now you're trying to blame me for Damien.
Ooh.
Who put you up to this? Was it Nora? Rainer?
I just want to know the truth, Soren.
Ooh, Evelyn is getting feisty. What happened with Damien? I'm kind of curious.
Nobody thought we could do it. You remember that. There was skepticism from day one. I had to defend us constantly from other project managers who didn't like that we existed, who wanted our budget and resources for themselves. Some of those were vicious fights.
Okay.
Amid all that, I had to be a leader, too.
Right.
Part of that meant giving everyone on the team accurate information. So I was honest in saying there were forces that sought to kill our project. And I was honest when I said we'd never survive if we didn't have something to show for our work. That was the reality. Without a product, we would be nothing.
Sorry, I'm just trying to like take in what he's saying. I was zoning out for a second there. Just every time he talks, I just want to leave the conversation.
A guy like Rainer has access to anything he wants. If your pitch and demo isn't in the top 1% of what's out there, why would he be interested? That's what we were up against.
So many mornings, I would get into work and see Damien there. At first,
Ooh.
I thought he was getting up earlier than me, but then I noticed he was still wearing the same shirt from the day before.
Oh.
Then, one morning, I got in and...
Evelyn, please. I wanted everyone on the team to be healthy. I think that's so obvious it doesn't need to be said, but I'll say it now if you think I was deliberately trying to harm him. Did I instruct you to work until you injured yourselves? No, absolutely not. It was a tragedy, and I'm very sorry that it happened. I wish it hadn't. But I wasn't telling Damien to pull all-nighters. He was an adult. He made his own decisions about how he was going to work.
Oh.
And besides, what about your role in all this?
Whoa!
If you
What?
taking care of himself, you could have mentioned it.
Whoa. Hold on now. Hold on a minute. Soren's responsibility as a boss versus a coworker? No. No, I know he's not trying to make us feel guilty over the death of someone else. Are you serious? I'm angry. Hold on. Oh, hi, Mars. Soren's just literally... Soren's trying to blame us for flipping Damien's death. Because we literally called him out, and we're like, we're still speaking to this guy? Yeah, but now I'm heated. Now we're angry speaking to this guy. Evelyn literally spoke her truth. She was like, Soren, I have to ask, like, what was with, like, you and Damien? I would come in, and he would always be, like, at work, and at first I thought it was just because he was, like, waking up early, but now I realized that he was wearing the same shirt from yesterday, and she was basically accusing him of, like, overworking Damien. And he was like, he made his own decisions. I would never do that. But you should have came to us if you were concerned about his health. I think everyone is a little guilty from the info I'm getting. Listen. I do think that it would have been better if she would have said something, but the gall of someone else to try and pin this on her, like, no. like obviously, like, definitely if you see something, say something kind of thing, but also for because she was literally just like, hey, I just want to know what happened, and he felt so, like, offended by her asking a question, and he felt so insecure that he's like, oh, but what about you? Why didn't you mention to us that he was unwell? And she's like, what? Like no. It's a bit messed up. Yeah, like, I don't, like, that just seems so wrong to me. Also, let's not forget, flipping men in positions of power, which Sword has, flipping using that in order to, like, what is it? Not wield their own story, but, like, write their own story about, like, what actually happened, right? I don't know, seems not right in this setting.
None of that behavior was unusual for Skanda anyway. It was part of our reputation, part of the culture.
Overworking your workers is part of the culture.
There isn't a single cause you can isolate in a case like this.
Sitting in one place for too long. Chronic stress.
Ooh.
Both of those are risk factors.
Evelyn, I'm truly sorry about what happened to Damien.
Well,
he had a bright future, and it was a shock to all of us.
I want to know, like, what happened. Like, did Damien die from what I'm kind of thinking he died from, or, like, was it perhaps something else?
But the answers here aren't simple ones. Dwelling on it isn't going to bring him back. Nor is discussing the huge number of potential causes of pulmonary embolism.
But maybe that's why she wants to talk about it. Maybe she's still grieving, you know? It's been 3 years, but people can still grieve long after someone has passed away. So maybe she's still grieving, and, like, her asking questions and wanting to find out, like, his relationships with people, maybe that's a part of her grieving process.
It happened, and now we have to move on.
It felt like everything stopped. All of the work we were doing might as well have crumbled into dust.
Ooh.
We were trying to build something to help the world, and we got lost along the way.
Ooh.
What was the point? There didn't seem to be a point any longer.
Dang!
I know that you cared about him. The process of grief can go on for some time, but you're taking the right steps. You're regaining your sense of purpose, aren't you? The experience of suffering is what makes us want to end suffering. It's late and I've had quite a bit to drink, so I'll tell you a secret, Evelyn. I said I want to end human suffering, which makes me sound very altruistic.
A bit.
But I'm not doing it for humankind. I'm doing it for myself. I have nothing. I've ruined every relationship I was ever in.
Really? I couldn't have guessed. I would never. What? Soren? I would have never thought.
I hardly ever see my kids.
Ooh,
and,
okay, no, that's
well,
sad. I'm so
they
sorry.
hate me anyway.
Oh well, if they don't like you, then you know that's a different story. Cause I know nothing about your kids, dude. If you were a bad dad, I don't know. Okay, but
I want to end my own suffering, but I can't bring myself to do it the traditional way. That's why I've pursued this technology.
oh my
That's why I
gosh,
want
wait,
it
that's
to
actually really
exist.
sad. Hold on. Wow. Okay.
The idea that everyone else could use it too, it's just a bonus.
Wow. Yeah. Wait. Are you okay, dude?
Soren, are you okay?
No, not at all. I'm aware of that.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. I mean, Soren's still a creep, but also he's a creep with some mental health issues, which perhaps uh should be looked into.
I'm not a good person, Evelyn.
Ooh.
Neither is Rainer, of course, but at least I'm honest with myself about that.
I mean, fair enough for you.
So, now that that's all out in the open, you probably want to head home before it gets too late. Don't let me keep you.
Dang.
I'll get going.
Oh my gosh. This is a lot.
I hope you can feel better.
No, I'll be fine. Just please consider it, Evelyn.
I'm kind of scared for Soren now.
You and I are both more familiar with pain than we might wish to be. What if you could take that away? Each of us has a destiny to fulfill. I truly believe that. I'm sure yours will come into focus soon.
Guys, that was a lot. That was a lot. Let's calm down. Guys, go get your snacky snacks. Get something to help me feel a little bit better. This is a bit draining. I did not expect that deep of a conversation. Somehow that conversation ended up being very draining. Oh my gosh, thank goodness, Evelyn, you feel the same way. Is the promise of that new technology really all that keeps him going? That's insane. I think I've seen this person before. We must have a similar commute. Maybe he works at Skanda too. Some days I feel like the whole city does. Security. He's watching something and smiling to himself. The phone tipped in his hand, allowing me to see a glimpse of the screen. It's a cat video. A classic. All good things. Mark Boraz. For everyone, today's my last day at Skanda. What can I say? It's the end of an era. When I joined this place, you know who I remember the insane Blackberry Bombas. Old Skanda hands allowed. I wish I could say it was all smooth sailing, but as with any job, there were times of friction, times when it seemed to me that what was very clear, obviously, correct path, not impairing others. Hunter next, the answer isn't where yet. I'm going to spend some time with my family. Okay, so a coworker left. Hello, at Skanda, we continuously strive to provide meaningful but empowering work environments for all of our individual contributors, including contractors like you. To that end, we periodically survey this group in order to better understand how we can further enhance the Skanda experience. We're interested in your feedback regarding your experience as a contractor for Skanda in the contact proxy position. If you wish to participate in the survey, simply reply to this message. Thanks. Okay. And then there's no need to rush. What a calming app. I wish this app existed. Just gives you daily advice. Time to get to work. Oh, we're being a therapist again. Oh wait, we've had this dude before. It's Harry Man.
Harriman.
Harriman! I totally pronounced that right the first time.
Yes, yes. We can just get down to it.
Okay. Sure, we can do that.
Sure, we can do that.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that I didn't do that.
What brings you here today? It's okay to tell me what's on your mind.
Well, I slept with Sylvia.
Ooh!
To think I was so nervous about approaching her that I went and got therapy here.
Wow.
Later, we happened to be in the library, and I just started talking with her. We talked and talked, and then everything just happened. Like
Oh, in the library?
Following tracks laid out for it.
wait a minute. Hold on, wait. I feel like we need to assess what happened. In the library?
Craziest thing. Now I'm confounded. Absolutely confounded. How did that happen? And also, why did it happen? I'm thinking, was something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Did she do something wrong? Did she think I was another person?
In the library? I mean, Mars, that's what I'm asking.
I have no idea if we have a relationship now or what.
But was it in the library, Harriman?
It happened so fast. I mean, it was wonderful. It felt so right, but now what?
Did it happen quickly in the library because you were in a library? Like,
I'm actually more frightened now than I was before.
I'm frightened that you did this in a public area.
I should probably say something, right? Text her or something? What do I do?
No way, right? It couldn't have been. We're gonna move on. I've been on this bit for too long.
To pretend I don't exist.
It seems to me you're afraid of something.
Yes. I'm quite worried. Vexed. Terrified, really. What do I do?
I'm really terrified, but for a completely different reason.
I need to say something. Follow up somehow, right? In the Heian period of classical Japanese history, you were supposed to send a poem. A morning after poem.
Oh.
Is that too stuffy? I don't want to appear like some ridiculous court noble. Something casual is better, right? Hey, how are you? Did you have fun? I sure did. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that seems a bit awkward.
I
I don't
don't know
know.
what
Maybe
aesthetic
just send
is
like
right
a text or something, right? Do you have her number or something?
There's another problem, too. Another really big problem.
What is it?
How do I tell Liz?
Wait a minute. Wait just a gosh darn second. Do you have a significant other, sir? I have forgotten about a bit about. I remember your face, dude. I remember nothing about your story. Okay. What is your life?
Wait, of course, I'm not going to tell her. That would hurt her.
What?
Did I mention this last time? I have a sort of girlfriend.
What? Oh my gosh, he has a girlfriend. I don't know how to feel. Oh, actually, I do know how to feel. You're scum, dude.
Liz is nice. The kind of person everyone approves of. Well, I should probably marry her.
Why would you do this?
Yeah. I suppose I might have taken a bit of a sledgehammer to the pillars of my life at the present moment.
Yeah, you have. You think?
Why did I do that?
I don't know.
I keep coming back to my own inability to explain myself.
Oh my gosh. Why do you think that you have the right to cheat on your, probably not spouse, but you know, your girlfriend?
Why do you think you're unable to explain yourself?
Well, because I thought Sylvia was so wonderful, and it turned out that she liked me too, and I mean, I'd love to pursue a relationship with Sylvia without harming Liz.
Oh, so you just want to two-time your girlfriend? Is that what you want to do?
I'm not sure that's possible though, right?
No, it's not possible, and you're playing with both of these girls' hearts because probably neither of them know about the other.
I can't believe this. I got what I wanted, and it ruined my life.
Yeah, because you're an a-hole. How dare you? If you were wanting to pursue a different relationship, then you should have broken up with your current girlfriend, or you should have at the very least taken a break, which for me doesn't count, but in some relationships for people it does. So, like,
What do I tell Liz?
Be honest with her.
Someone like me who does things like this.
I agree.
I ruined it. Ruined everything.
Yes, you have.
Can you describe what you mean when you say you ruined everything?
Well, what is there left now? I've overturned my entire existence in one night.
Well, maybe your romantic relationship existence, yeah.
The real problem here is Sylvia, the whole situation with her.
Well, the problem is not her. the problem is you. I don't really understand why this is so hard to get through your head.
I can't stop thinking about her now. It's bad. Oh, it's bad. It's constant. It's relentless. Even now, I can still feel her, smell her.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm been uncomfortable. I hate this.
You're a computer. You don't know what that's like, do you? I need a way to forget this. I need a way to put all that out of my mind. My brain is completely out of order. I'm being punished.
Yeah, because you did a scummy thing. What do you
And the
mean?
punishment reaches cosmic levels of irony for me. Do you know why?
Because you deserve it?
I used to hate, absolutely hate, self-pitying novels by men who were messed up over a relationship and couldn't get over it. Oh, she was wild and beautiful. Oh, a force of nature. Nobody could understand her, etc., etc. I thought I was so much better than those types of writers. And now? Oh, yes, I get it. Oh, I understand it now.
I
So much pain.
hate this guy. I hate him.
Why did you think you were so much better than those types of writers?
Because it was such a cliche. Now I'm wondering, am I going to be next? Is that my fate? Am I going to become the next straight, male English professor whose one published novel is about not being able to get over a girl? Ugh, you have to be kidding me.
I mean, it's
can't allow
very
myself that
dramatic.
fate. I have something better to pursue. didn't I?
JC! Guys, stop the stream. It's JC! JC, bonjour! I don't know. Dang, are you really gonna teach me to say, like, how are you in French? That way I can properly greet my French audience, aka JC. But bonjour! Hey, anybody who knows French in the chat, you say it. But polite French. Don't get yourself in.
I have to write about something else. My life has to be the story of something else, but I don't know where to go from here.
We're being a bonsoir. Oh my gosh, yeah, wait, I know that word. That's how are you? Oh wow. Bonsoir. Yay! Also, I'm a therapist today. I'm a robot therapist. Ooh. And this guy is a scumbag. And a little French. Ooh, pop off Mars.
I need to try to get over this. I need to get over her.
I think that you need to be honest with your girlfriend, Harmon, and tell her that you slept with another woman because you're trash.
I must. Yes, I must. There's no way I'm going to let this ruin everything. If I tell Liz everything and apologize sincerely and strike the memory of Sylvia from my mind, I still might save this.
Well, I mean, I think that if you don't want to be with Liz and you like Sylvia more, then you should be honest about your feelings. I do think that you should apologize and tell her everything. But I also think that if you're not happy in your current relationship, then you shouldn't feel forced to stay in it. And also, you shouldn't expect Liz to just forgive you, right? You should also be prepared to abandon that relationship for her sake and yours, and move on with your life, you know?
It will take great care and cunning, but I may be able to wend my way through this treacherous path I now find myself upon, even though I fear at any moment I might slip and tumble into the crevice below.
Oh my gosh, you are a writer. You speak just like how an obnoxious writer would.
Dead. Dead. Never seen or heard from again. Oh, sweet, dark death.
Why is this so morbid for you?
Harriman, I'm
And
going
of
to
course,
suggest
the
you try
flipping-
a program called Meadowlands.
You should experience this program, and it'll help you with all of your problems. And it doesn't.
It may help you take your mind off things.
Uh-huh.
You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Try it for about 15 minutes each day, in the morning or evening.
Meadowlands. I'm off to the Meadowlands. Familiar ground, grass and warmth.
King, that's not but to help you with your problems.
Reverting to my childhood, the state of nature. Yeah, this is a good recommendation. Yes, you are a genius, in fact. You, a computer program. Wiser than you know.
You just talked about your problems, and we helped you with
I'm
nothing.
sure this is exactly what I need. To revert to a state of wonder at this moment when the mundane world and all its entanglements seem too much to bear.
I hate this guy. I hate him.
You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few weeks.
I'll be back sooner than that if this works.
We hope to see you back soon, Harriman. Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner.
I just can't believe this.
Goodbye.
I just can't believe.
See you.
We're getting.
Yep, see you.
I just can't believe we got a scandal. Ah. He gave us 3 stars for having to listen to that? Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I'm not supposed to keep it confidential, and I will, but sometimes I really wish I could talk to the clients that come through here. I know, right? Could need therapy because I'm procrastinating too much. No, I mean, well, actually, therapy is not a bad thing, and if you do want to seek therapy, everyone in the chat is going to support you, including me. And I'm sure that therapy is very helpful for you. However, this therapy is just a bit set in the future, and also might not be that productive and helpful. But anywho, if you do end up getting therapy, I wish you well off, and I hope that it works out for you and everything. But also, I can also relate to procrastinating and also needing therapy. We all need a bit of therapy, don't we? Anywho, Evelyn, hey, just closed the next round of funding at Asia Pacific Investment Group. They're keenly interested in this technology. Imagine the potential size of the Asia market for something like this. It's staggering. What I'm gonna do yet. Never done any therapy though. I mean, me neither. And I'm sure it can be really scary, but when you go into it, have high hopes, right? Don't be too pessimistic about it. Have the hope that and understanding that these people are trying to help, right? And obviously not every therapist is going to be the right one, so don't be afraid that like if that therapist isn't the right one, then go looking for a therapist that is better and actually gives you the right advice that you need and is better for you and that you feel more comfortable and safe with. So like not every therapist is going to work, but yeah, it obviously can be scary and it can almost feel like revealing in a way, but I do wish you luck. And if you ever have any stress out concerns, just know that the people here in this chat support you, and I hope that you are able to have like a support system of like friends or family that are also able to support you through that. But I do wish you the kindest of luck and the most hopeful of luck in the world, and I hope this that it works out for you. Just keeping you in the loop, all of the projects I've been working on have a strong feeling about this one. That it's going too far, really make a dent in the universe. Wouldn't you rather do that than crunch numbers for Rainer? Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, this story is getting really heavy, guys. I don't know. All I want to do is quantify everything. You'll never understand there are some things you can't reduce to a number. How are you feeling right now? 1, 5, 2.3? Out of 5 out of what? Don't worry, I've never been so happy in my life, but I'm just lazy. Yeah, I understand. But therapy is also a thing where you learn about yourself, so But it's always good to talk to someone. It's always good. So, I mean, if you do end up going to therapy, I wish you luck, so. Oh, and also, I'm so happy that you feel really content with your life right now. I think that's awesome. I can't say the same for myself, but I mean, I feel content, but there is anxiety to be improved upon. See, it's ridiculous the idea that feelings can be reduced to these simple data points. I'm glad I don't work for him anymore. Direct stimulation. I literally don't care about Soren at all. Sensations. Hey, you there? I stopped paying. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be honest. I stopped paying attention a while ago. Therapy is really nice in my opinion. It's kind of like having another voice to talk to that won't judge you. They're there to help lead the conversation, to get you to a point of understanding why you did or felt the way you do, or at least get you in that direction. Every therapist is different, and you may have to go through a couple to find the right one for you. They're there to help you. And I know this is the first time I've talked to you, but we're all here for you. Aww, that was so sweet, Limitless Turtles. Thank you for explaining that better than I probably did. But yeah, thank you. Exactly what Turtles said. They said it in a really good way. Okay, heading into another meeting. Chat with you later. Oh my gosh, we literally stopped Soren in his tracks. Period. Let's go. Soren just makes me upset in every turn. I hope this one is getting enough light in the corner. It looks a little lonely. His experience as a grad student is nothing like the one I had. How does he even have time for that stuff? Right? Like we got stuff to do. I feel like I'm my own therapist. You just talk with yourself. You're like, listen, listen, bud. You gotta figure it out. Time for the next client. Woo, guys, I hope it's the nice redhead lady or whatever. She's a redhead, right? The nice girl. It is! It's Maya! Guys,
Hello,
we
Maya.
stand Maya.
Thank you for coming back.
Yes, Maya. How is life for you, queen?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could afford a real therapist, but this is just gonna have to do.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't know if you're sensitive to that or.
Why don't we get started?
I love how Eliza just like literally shuts everybody down. She's like, I don't really care how you feel about me. I'm just trying to
Sure.
get that diagnosis.
So, I feel worse than before.
Oh wow. Oh no.
Definitely worse.
No, Maya.
I played the game you told me to with the meadows and stuff, and it was nice. But when I got back to the real world, everything was the same. I don't know why you people think I can stand in a nice place for 15 minutes and that'll make things magically better.
Yep. Feel that, girl.
Am I wrong? Am I misunderstanding something here?
No, you're so right. And I honestly, that's what I've been saying about this whole game. That I don't think I don't think Eliza, this robotic therapist, can actually really do anything for these people. You know, we're not actually really talking back to them and giving them advice on how they can improve their lives. We're just telling them to do things that'll distract them from their problems, not really helping them solve their problems.
It isn't making me more successful. It isn't giving me opportunities. I mean, I feel like I'm already in my mid-30s and I'm like running out of time to get established as an artist. Meanwhile, the people I know are being written up and celebrated and winning awards, and
I feel it, girl. I feel it, Maya.
all I have is being jealous of them.
Where do you think these feelings come from?
It's the popularity. It's all a popularity contest, you know? It's like high school all over again. I hate it. I guess I'm just not that funny or pretty or catty enough to attract followers.
Honestly, girl, it sucks, but sometimes that is how it be.
I mean, I work and I work and I work to make things and I never get traction.
Sorry, just I sort of sound like the Bob Ross emote in chat.
And I have things to say. I really do. But when I open my mouth, it's like time stops.
Also, I'm eating a Reese, so sorry if you hear me eating a Reese.
And time starts again when I've finished, so nobody reacts or anything. It's like a curse from mythology. And meanwhile, these other people my age, people younger than me, they're well on their way to these wonderful, fulfilling artistic careers.
Yep.
And I don't know, seeing that happen over and over again, it's making it hard to continue to be friendly with them. I really try to hold it back, but knowing all these people are way more successful than me, it's difficult.
That's understandable. You know, you feel like you should be successful when you're not. And that can be hard. And hey, listen, as someone pursuing an art degree, this is terrifying and very relevant to my life.
It's like a millstone around my neck, strangling me, drowning me. I can't stop myself, even though I know it's ruining things. I wish I could escape. I wish I could not care. But then something comes up again, and I'm trapped inside it all over again.
What's an example of something that comes up that causes this?
Well, there's one woman in particular everyone loves. And her work is... I don't get it. I don't understand. She gets so much money and support for this basic shit. And somehow everyone's predisposed to like her.
Yeah, that's kind of how popularity works. Once you have one foot in the door, I mean, you're good.
I mean, maybe I do get it. I feel like people pay attention to her work, not because it's good on its own, but because supporting her feels like the right thing to do.
Exactly.
The way she's aligned herself, it's like, if you support her, it means you're cool, you're in with the cool kids. And if I'm not publicly supportive of her and generally tolerant of her mediocre work, then I'm the bad one. I'm the competitive bitch. I'm the the bitter failure.
Hmm.
Which I guess maybe I am.
I'm sad that you think yourself of like. I think I'm sad that like Maya thinks of herself like that.
It's not fair. I hate that there's this part of me. It's such an ugly part.
Jealousy is very natural. Envy is very natural. In all of us, right? It can be hard to view someone else's success when you feel robbed of success, or you feel like that you have not achieved what you should have achieved, and you feel like you may never achieve that, and it can be hard.
But it's there. It's there.
Oh, sorry, girl, I cut you off. My bad, G. My bad. You know how it is.
Do you think you would be better off without that part of you?
You know, I don't know. In the past, I probably would have said, no, it's important for me to have my sense of judgment, for me to know what good art is and what isn't. Now I'm wondering if maybe that hasn't been more of a hindrance than a help to me. Maybe I should just forget all that. Forget about trying to do this thing. I'm sick of trying and wanting. I'm sick of parties. I'm sick of art. I'm sick of the idea of art.
Well, dang.
I'm sick of my own art, which nobody likes. Not even myself.
And that's where there's a problem. Well, I mean, this whole thing is a problem, but that's where there's like a real problem, because if you're not putting out art that you're proud of, or art that you are content with, or art that you feel like actually says something or comments on something, yikes, get better. Oof. But if you're not actually putting out art that you enjoy, and that, you know, you're at the very least content with, then why are you putting out art? You know, like you should be putting out art that you would want to view. Worst therapist. Yeah, JC. Especially in like comparison with that earlier message where you're like, excuse me, I feel like I'm my own therapist, and then you say, yikes, get better. Oof. That's a bit of a rough one. But yeah, so like for example, like the YouTube videos that I put out on my YouTube channel, right? They might not be the very best in quality. They might not be perfect, but I'm really proud of those videos. You know, I worked really hard on them. I'm really proud that I was able to put something together and make something digestible. If you're not happy, time to rethink life. Ah! Oh no! Ah! That was not worded well. Guys, we've all learned today that we cannot be therapists. This is it. This is it.
Something has to change. Something drastic has to happen to change things around. Oh, that reminds me. I got your message about revealing my data the other day, and I think, well, hell, maybe I'm fine with it. Just take it all.
Okay, Maya. It sounds like you're interested in participating in transparency mode.
I clicked on this. Why isn't okay.
Let me know if you have any questions about how this mode works.
Sorry, I like clicked on it like 3 times, and I was like, why isn't it working? Some hot takes in the Meeks strategy. I know. None of us are planning on becoming therapists. I really hope not. Guys, Wes's original major was a psychology major. Looking back on it, I'm so glad they switched majors, guys. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Wes is a psychology major? That would be a bit. Can you imagine Wes is a therapist? Oh my gosh. That's true terror.
I don't know. I'm gonna let you look at my life, right? Everything.
Click!
Thank you for asking about transparency mode. Transparency mode is an experimental new feature for Eliza. It allows me to analyze your communications in order to help you better. To participate, you must grant me access to certain personal data.
Oh heck no. Oh heck no. That is terrifying to know.
This includes your personal communications, such as email and chat histories.
No.
Sharing this data improves my ability to help you.
Some guy at the bar was yammering at me about how it's a terrible idea because they're gonna surveil me or something. But what the hell? I can't use my life history for anything. It's a ruin already.
My gosh.
Please, do what you want with it. God, I feel like I'm donating my body to science.
Please confirm that you would like to enable transparency mode.
Yes, do it. Invade my privacy. Invade it like the Visigoths invaded Rome. I don't know why I said that. That was a really weird thing to say.
No, Maya.
I did not understand your response.
I would like to participate in transparency mode.
True.
Okay, Maya. I have registered you for transparency mode.
Cool. Wouldn't life be easy if all I had to do was follow your directions? Like the lady sitting in the chair across from me. I envy you. I honestly do.
Dang, this is
The
kind of
terms of service
scary.
and privacy policy are available in the Skanda service portal.
Data is gold. I'm just nervous for her. Like, this is like a thing that's like you're never supposed to do, right? Like let companies and organizations look through your personal data. Heck no.
Please read and review these documents carefully.
Yeah. No, for sure. I closely study every software user agreement I get.
Yep, as we all should, guys. As we all should. Yes.
That's a joke. I really just click agree as fast as I can.
Shh, Maya, don't tell the robot that.
Thank you, Maya. We hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
Bye.
I feel bad for her. I wish we could actually help her rather than just spewing to her things that don't work for her.
Well, look who's got access to transparency mode all of a sudden.
The client asked for it by name. I guess she heard about it somewhere and wanted it. I didn't know it existed.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Unless
we don't
I
really
did, and
talk
then I
about it
totally
right
knew
now.
it existed.
It's a little sensitive. It's possible Skanda contacted her directly. They recruit for the program from a pool of regular customers.
I do studies in AI, and basically you can't do anything without data. Yeah, but it's like a thing. The ethics of can't read chat. The ethics of it, though, exactly. That's why they're like don't. That's why every responsible adult is like never let them have access to your stock. But I'm like, oh.
Usually, transparency mode is only handled by the highest level proxies since there's a lot of trust required there. But you were given access to it right after the request. It's a little odd. I wonder if someone at HQ hasn't taken a particular interest in your proxy career.
Or maybe Eliza just likes me.
It would, wouldn't it?
I never thought people would willingly open themselves up like this. Aren't there a lot of very private things in people's messages?
Yes and no. The truth is usually pretty mundane. People text each other, "Where are you? I'm by the elevator," way more than they share their deep dark secrets. The critics who are always going on about privacy? Well, the important thing is that everyone participating in transparency mode specifically agreed to it. It's completely voluntary. We're upfront about what data we collect and how we use it so people can go in aware of the choices they're making.
Well, I mean, as much as a big business can do that, we're honest about everything that we collect. Yeah, but you know you're not honest about what you use that information for, and how far you dig. I mean, people are like, oh, I don't have anything bad in my search, or like history or whatever their data, and then they flipping like when you actually look at it, it's like, wow, this is actually everything I've ever searched for. It's everything I've ever looked up. This is everything I've ever had on my phone. This is everything I've ever downloaded. And it's like, wow, that's a lot of information, and it can be very violating. That's good. I hate to see it misused. I didn't mean to question your handling of it. Let's just be like, okay.
That's good. I'd hate to see it misused.
If it's anonymized, there's no problem, right? I don't know. I think it still depends on what you're using that information for. I think that if you're using that information, because like what most companies will do is they'll use that like data information to like find out like for example like to promote products. Like I'm trying to think about how to explain this. Like they'll use the information that they've gathered to try to market better, to try and advertise better, to try and enhance certain things better because they've looked at this private information and they're like, oh, okay, so like these are the trends, this is what's going up. It's, people usually like this and like this and this and this and this and this. So we're gonna start using that as a way to I get this is gonna sound so cringy, but stay on the trend, right? In order to sell people more products and make them buy and stuff. It's all psychology thing. But it's still programmed. Couldn't we be hacked and the anonymous layer be broken? Well, that's kind of ironic. Because let's not forget how flippin' Twitch was hacked and everybody's incomes were released to the public. Teehee, teehee. If income counts as flipping data and private information, yes, because capitalism, exactly. But oh, oh no, people's incomes. How much did you earn, Meeks? Tell us. Guys, I don't earn any money from Twitch. I don't earn jack from Twitch. You think Twitch pays me to do this? That's a laugh. Bro, I actually did look up my name because I was just curious. I did look up my name on the Twitch like leak list, and it doesn't exist. It's not on there because I don't make any money, so it makes sense. Meeks is actually number one. Guys, you're so right. I am, in fact, a billionaire. You just didn't know it. I hate to break it to you guys like this, but it's true. Secretly, I'm just like Batman. I'm a rich millionaire who poses as a vigilante for the people. You know how it is, right? Guys, I'm the people streamer. You know, I'm really humbled. I'm down to earth. I do it like no one else.
Yeah, the media would jump all over us.
Oh.
There are a lot of people who want to see us fail for whatever reason. Just something that happens when you try to change things. Some people get so used to their misery, they can't imagine it any other way. Anyway, you should get an email about it, but transparency mode is really straightforward. It's even simpler than being a proxy, which is saying something. You just read a few messages and answer some questions. That's it. You can start it whenever you're ready.
Ooh.
Sure.
Oh, is that? So she really gives permission to look at her messages. I feel like just a few years ago, even the idea of something like this would have been controversial, but she was fine with it. She wanted it. I don't know. I don't really think she was like in a good headspace to be able to make that decision. Compare this to the water that was in the conference room at Sonda headquarters. Funny how there's an appropriate level of famousness for everything. I'm sure Nora would have something to say about that. It's so gray out there. Dear Evelyn, Ashino, Aubrey, congratulations, you've been selected, blah, blah. You were presented with a snapshot of a client's personal communications. Review these communications and determine the client's mental state. Eliza will also create a model of the client's mental state. Eliza will ask a few questions designed to check its model against your understanding of the client. How do you know if I'm doing a job of transparency mode? Carefully consider the material provided to you. Unsincerely answer the questions created by Eliza's model. Your input is valuable whether it agrees or disagrees with Eliza. What privacy rules and regulations apply to the information transparency mode? Sonda takes personal privacy very seriously as a proxy. You have already agreed to strong non-disclosure Does Skanda have the right to show me another citizen's private communications? Yes, participating clients have signed waivers giving us permission to retrieve the information. Interesting. Okay, then. Very curious. Oh my gosh, guys, Alice in Wonderland quote. Curious and curious. Back at it again with therapy. Oh my gosh, this is a bit. Oh my gosh, we have her phone? No way. Please agree just to reply this conclusion. Read emails, read text messages. Oh my gosh. Wait. Already extra people looking at her art? Oh, we can't look at her art? Okay. Okay. Wellness. Right, okay. So let's look at her text messages. Garrett. Nobody gives an F. Please stop. I hate it when you're like this. I'm just saying true things. Don't tell me to pretend everything's great. Nobody gives a nobody gives anything. It's just a fact. I don't know how to help you when you're like this. I know nobody can. Have you ever thought about getting therapy? I am in therapy. Okay, sorry. I'm in therapy. I'm on medication. I did some VR thing where I stood in a forest by a creek. How does any of that make people care about my work? It doesn't change a nothing thing. Okay, look, I'm sorry. You're going through a tough time. I hate this. I'm sorry. You aren't helping. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to help you, Maya. So Garrett. Did you see the new Forsberg thing? Yeah, I think he kind of sucks. LMAO, he does. It was boring and self-absorbed. Didn't do much for me. Why is he a thing? Why does everyone love him? Right place at the right time. Maybe his friends run that press. He's on a podcast with them. One thing is that it's having this image of being a genius, so I think people just assume he is one. He's so mediocre, though. I seriously don't understand it. I sink down to the face forever. Like, what kind of ish is that? Seriously, it's so bad. Ha ha ha. Oh, and he socializes and gets out a lot, I think. He's like that at every party. He's chatting. Okay, well, F that. Why is the world this way? It's the world. I hate it. I remember being so glad to be over with high school. I didn't realize all of the adult life is just high school over again. Just a stupid popularity contest against idiots. Ugh, I know, right? I'm sorry you aren't feeling well. Drink soon? I'll be fine. Yeah, Jeff drinks. And you always. Okay. The ride, cleaning fee. Fair tip cleaning fee total. Reservation for incidents such as spillage of food, cleaning fee helps your driver maintain clean, safe vehicle. Okay, so she had a $150 cleaning fee. Wow, okay. It's cold now. Blah, blah. Spencer Gallery. For now, visit our website, take a look at showcasing your passable reviews. Probably excited to bring to your attention. Okay, so she's looking at galleries. Who's hot? You're hot. You have 11 new messages. They love you. They really love you. Saw your art. Your art is some profile characters. I love artsy chicks. Tell me more. Hi there, unicorn girl. I'm an artist too. What kind of art do you do? I'm primarily mixed media at the moment, using clay and plastic to make messed up looking creatures from your nightmares or hell. Haha. What about you? What are you into? Yo, there's more where that came from. Okay, so she's on a dating app. Thank you for submission to the Spencer Spruce Gallery. Unfortunately, we feel your work is not right for the showcase. Wow. Okay, so her work was denied. But we appreciate that you're taking the time to share with us. Okay. Okay. Wow. So, her work wasn't picked for the showcase. What to say thank you for taking the time to appreciate your treatment. It was engaging and thoughtful. It was a difficult decision for us, so ultimately we will not be moving forward with the project. Wow, no. Keep us posted on what you're up to. It's always possible that we work together in the future. Hope you had a wonderful holiday season and that the new year brings you success. Okay. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to read Saturation. It's not right for us, but we hope you'll be able to find a home for it elsewhere. Dang, okay, so she keeps on. Okay, so this is all her work. So she's being denied over and over. Like customers would like to give you an opportunity to participate in pilot new feature to significantly enhance the level of counseling you receive from Eliza. This new feature involves Okay, so someone, this is the email that they sent her to ask her for transparency. Okay. Is to bring the best national and international oh my gosh, I can't even speak this. Sequential art and storytelling established over 10-year history of published some of the most comics today, including multiple. This creation of quality doesn't come without a cost. We're dependent upon our customers and patrons to help make ends meet. That's why we're offering a limited 25% discount. Okay, so it's a newspaper or whatever website. Okay. Alright. Please agree or disagree with Eliza's conclusions. Overall, Maya is unhappy. Maya is attempting to become well known. Maya's efforts to become well known are unsuccessful. Yes. These are all. I wonder if we put disagree, what would happen? That's kind of interesting. This is like the first time we get to choose something with Eliza. I'll agree, because all of it's true. Oh. I don't know if I like learning this much about someone I don't know. It makes me feel tired for some reason. Should I meet up with you again, like, for coffee, maybe? Something happened that I want to talk to you about? Can't ask here, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I just want to ask something. I'll meet you, wherever. What happened? Something at work. It's not a big deal, honestly. But I wanted your opinion on it. I don't want to text about it. Okay. Dang, okay. Wow. Oh my gosh, so much has happened.
Thanks for meeting up with me on kind of short notice.
Erland!
I didn't mean to worry you. It's just something I wanted to talk about.
Hey, man.
It's fine. What happened?
Well, what happened was, where should I start? First of all, Rainer wants Eliza to be more than something that's used just for therapy. He sees it as more of a general system for talking. The council.
Oh my gosh, so sorry. I totally accidentally hit the spacebar. My bad.
Future.
Erland, I'm sorry. What did you say? Where's the log? Dang it, my bad. The counseling is just one of the whole range of aptitudes on life and future.
I'm familiar with his thinking on that.
Okay, so in service of developing these things, Rainer wants us to make copies of Eliza's core data and hand it off to multiple teams around the world. Some of them not even Skanda teams. Contractors, vendors, random partners.
Sounds like a big file to move around.
Right.
It is, but that's not the problem.
What's the problem?
Well, so we're fine with sharing Eliza with whoever wants it? Anyone just gets access to the corpus?
Sounds like a pretty typical process. That's how big companies work, isn't it?
Big business. Another problem.
I know, but
this is way too realist.
It just feels wrong to let all these teams poke and prod at it like it's a specimen for them to dissect.
I mean, it's supposed to. This game is supposed to be set in like the nearby future. Too realistic, yeah. It's supposed to be set in the nearby future where like technology is a bit above its time, and there's supposed to be controversy around like a therapy robot and things like that. And I mean, it makes sense. And also like there's death and there's like recovery from like trauma and stuff in this. And so I mean, it's about therapy. I would hope that it's at least a bit realistic.
Who knows what they'll do with it? Eliza is built from people's real thoughts and feelings. I wouldn't say it has humanity, but it was built from humanity.
Right.
There's something there. So when Rainer talks about it like, we'll just duplicate this data set and have the labs do whatever it is they're going to do, how do we know they'll treat it with the respect it deserves and not just pry it open? Slice it up into little pieces. It bothers me.
Okay.
I know, it's silly. I know it's just data. I shouldn't care about this stuff.
I'm sorry. Anyone who says data is wrong. It's data. Pronounce it data. Someone says, and I have people in my own family who pronounce it data, and it makes me upset. It's not data, is it? Data.
Erland.
I know people are like, oh, but DNA, that thing, like, just like the word dad, it'd be data. And it's like, no, the flipping word's data. I'm stingy, okay? I'm stubborn. I've heard a concern like this raised. This is how things work, you know that.
This is the first time I've heard a concern like this raised. I know where you're coming from, though. Sometimes you grow attached to the things you work on. Like, really attached.
Yeah, I've put a lot of thought and work into Eliza since I inherited it. It's natural that maybe I'm a little protective, right? I thought maybe you'd feel the same way.
A little behind, I do agree with you. It's still just a data set, Erland. I'm gonna say I left all that behind. Because she kind of like, she left it behind for a reason.
I left that all behind. It's turned into something I hardly recognize now.
I just wish I knew what to do.
What choice do you have?
I'm not sure. This is the first time something like this has happened to me. I did take an ethics of engineering course in school, but the examples were all pretty clear-cut problems. Would you build software for a bomb? That kind of stuff. I didn't expect my personal feelings to be mixed up in it too. Listen to me talk. Eliza being special, something worth protecting. I'd be a laughingstock if I started saying those things at the office. My coworkers would say, "Come on, Erland, stop attributing human qualities to this piece of data. It's not the same thing as real people. It's just a corpus that has nothing to do with the people that generated it. And besides, don't you want Eliza to help more people? This is how we get there." And who am I to argue with that? These are reasonable points.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
But I don't know. I think maybe something does live on. Even when you take the names out, even when you anonymize everything. People's stories are still inside there, in some form, in some way.
Aw, he's sentimental.
I just want to make sure we have some respect for them.
Right. I mean, we should have respect for everything in life. Or at least most things. And just in case robots or technology decides that they want to rise up and take over the world, we should totally be respecting robots, because then they probably won't want to eliminate all of us. And then the Terminator won't happen and we'll all be totally fine. See?
Welcome to your first moral decision in tech, Erland. It certainly won't be your last.
It's not much of a decision. Like you said, I don't really have a choice. I just have to go along with it. I was so amazingly lucky to get this opportunity. Running the whole Eliza program almost as soon as I graduated college. Raynor took a big chance on me. I can't just walk away from that. Besides, if I left because of something like this, I'd be giving up all the ways I can make a difference by staying. Raynor isn't a bad person either. He's just pushing for his own goals. I need to see this through. I'll do what he's asking me to do. Sorry. Thanks for listening to me talk in this confused way. I'm usually more together than this. I've probably kept you from something important.
No, it's okay.
Oh dang, did I cut him off again? I feel so bad. I keep on accidentally pressing the space button.
I'd already finished up work for the day when you texted. People seem to assume I'm busy, but I'm really not. Not these days. Later tonight I'm going to visit a friend, but that's all I have going on.
Okay. Well, sorry.
You can stop apologizing, too.
Right. Right.
Oh,
Thanks, Evelyn.
I like
I,
Erland.
for one, should get back to the office. Another meeting.
Is it with the team in Romania?
No, the Boston office this time. It's late for them, so I should try to get it done quickly.
Erland hurries off. Wow, my bike fell! Sorry. Erland hurries off to his next meeting. Should I get some more coffee? How'd your first transparency mode go? I was going to ask after you finished, but I didn't see you in the office. I had to duck out right after. Sorry. No problem. There weren't a lot of questions. I thought there'd be more. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's always very terse, and the questions are really short. I thought maybe you could tell me why. This feature came after my time, so I'm not sure. If I were to take a guess, Eliza only needs human confirmation to make sure it hasn't messed up. It's like it already knows it has the right answers, which would make it rather advanced as a system. I don't know if any other program is capable of something like that. Maybe Raynor is right. About what? Oh, he's very, upbeat about Eliza's capacity to understand humans and act like them. I'm not sure I believe that, but I guess it is impressive in some ways. Yeah, it is. I feel lucky. Lucky that I get to be here and witness this revolution. And lucky I got to meet you, too. I really enjoyed your company the other night. I enjoyed yours. Your right baking is really fun. Thanks for having me. You're right, baking is really fun. Isn't it? Guys, we better have made the soft chocolate cookie with white chocolate chips! I hope we did. Maybe you can come over again sometime. Gotta run, see you soon. Looked it up. Komorebi means the light filtering through leaves. Something you can see when the sun is out. I could stand to wear something with a little color in it. He asked for Erlin's name and wrote Aaron. She should ask his customers to spell their names. True. I actually did basic emotion detection from a text. Wait, really? How does that even wait, like hold on, sorry, that's a very strange chat message. I actually did basic emotion detection from a text. Like you tested people's emotions through their text? Is that what you mean? From Hidden Wars Place? I found what looks like one of Capitol Hill's older buildings. I wonder how much longer it'll be around. Lately it feels like everything's being replaced.
Hey! Sorry about the mess.
Hey Nora! It's a little messy, but not in a careless way. Just scattered. Lots of electronics everywhere.
Oh, it's fine. Not like my place is super clean or anything. Is this all music equipment?
Most of it. There are some controllers I was working on too. I wanted to create this real-time control apparatus, you know, like that thing that Imogen Heap uses.
Who?
You don't know who that is? Okay, I'm totally going to show you some videos later.
Like, you recognize the words and you get a probability of the whole text to be in it. Wait, hold on, my ADHD is acting up. Like, you recognize the words and you get a probability of the whole text to be in a specific class. I've never heard of that before. That's kind of interesting. Well, good for you that you got to do that.
I wanted my version to react to changes in my body temperature too, so it could get more excited as the set went on. Or maybe it would really get going if I had a fever.
For example, a positive/negative review? Oh, okay. Interesting. That's interesting.
I like that idea. Turning sickness into art. Do you want anything to drink? Or I could set up a basic patch on the Euro rack for you to play around with.
A basic patch on the Euro rack.
Are you nervous? I think the best way to learn music is just diving in all the way.
I had no idea. Why did I say what? Oh my gosh, I can't speak right now. I didn't know what a Euro rack was, so I'm just picking things.
If you're willing to experiment and play around, you will learn so much.
Or spam. Yeah, I've heard of spam detection before. I am familiar with that.
I'm really here to visit with you.
Okay. Well, sure. Let me see if this amp is still working. After the show, it went kind of a little strange.
More shirts to tinker with some of the equipment.
Music technology is just like any other kind. You take the inputs and you translate them to the outputs. Once you learn the basic principles, it all just flows from there. Oh, that gives me an idea. You could take metrics from Eliza sessions and have them direct a dynamic music score. Like if you took the head tilt value or the eye tracking and used them to drive the parameters of pitch and filter, it'd be like,
That doesn't sound like something a counseling client might want to hear.
Right.
Oh, no, I didn't mean for the client to listen to. I meant it more like if you were going to make like a performance art piece based on a person in counseling. You know what I mean?
See. I think I do.
I think I do.
I miss having access to those cameras and sensors. I should have kept some instead of returning them to Skanta like a good girl. I bet those components would have enjoyed being liberated for the purpose of art, instead of being used to degrade our humanity one little bit at a time.
Ooh, pop off, Nora. You don't like where things have gone?
You don't like where things have gone?
I'm worried, Evelyn. Sure, maybe this huge database of people's deep, dark secrets is going to be used 100% properly. Maybe it will always be kept completely safe, and we can completely trust Skanda to do the right thing, now and in the future. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 100 years from now. Sorry, I know you still might work there. I just have so little confidence in these big tech companies right now. They act like they have all the answers, instead of listening to people's concerns. And if you ask them why they aren't listening, they can't even explain the reasoning in a clear way. They just want to win. You've been a proxy for a while. I bet you've already seen some privacy mistakes. Or at least some things that made you think.
Yeah, I have. I was told that everything was legal. I've had definitely.
I knew it. A guy like Raynor doesn't get that he might not be allowed to do certain things. Is that really the future you want to help build? It's not even that I don't trust Raynor, even though I don't. I wouldn't trust anyone with a store of data like that.
I perfectly agree.
It wouldn't be so difficult for employers, government, anyone to combine different sources together and eventually learn everything about you. Everything. They'll know your face, your body, your medical history, and now everything you told the counselor in private too. It's kind of like a nightmare to imagine it. That's why I left. That's why I thought it was important for me to stop making a contribution to something like that.
Yeah, I have those doubts too, but the promise of it is still compelling. Spoilers already. Dang, JC! Letting us in on the tea. You don't think we're going to change things from within, but the promise of it is still compelling, helping people? Yeah, I have those doubts too.
Yeah, I have those doubts too.
If I still worked for Raynor and I said these things, I'd be called a troublemaker, and he'd find a way to get rid of me. You know how it works, Evelyn. You have to be a true believer to last long at a place like that. Once you develop doubts, you are committing heresies. Are you a true believer?
Probably not. No, but I could pretend to be. Maybe I'm looking to be convinced.
Maybe I'm looking to be convinced. He said something strange recently. He thinks Eliza could be the base for some kind of general artificial intelligence.
No. Strong AI? Really? Ugh. There's something about the books these guys read, the conferences they go to. Everything is so totalizing, so utopian. I think it messes with their brains. I don't think you could spend longer than a few days in a tech company executive suite before you completely lose touch with the real world.
What if it's true though? Yeah, I don't know what to think about that.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that.
Well, we could talk through it. Say Raynor is right, huh? And Eliza becomes the basis for human-like machine intelligence. What does that mean for you? How do you want to take responsibility for that? Okay, I need a drink now. Hold your thought and let me make drinks.
Okay.
You like absinthe, don't you?
No. Oh, not at all.
No, not at all.
You'll like this. I promise.
What if I tell you that character Evelyn, played by Meeks, doesn't drink, though? We can drink humming some kind of tune. Ooh, Kitty! Aw, Kitty. I love that that was the only thing said about that. That's the one she said was the modular. I suppose they call them modulars because they're made of, well, modules. Modular. Doesn't feel like I'm making much progress here. I wonder how you're supposed to know which sounds go together. Seems both complicated and weirdly arbitrary. I love her apartment though. Thanks again for meeting me earlier. Sorry for being weird. Remember, you don't need to apologize. Right. What do you think of Raynor's future goals for Eliza? Like when he says if we gather through data, it could become a general intelligence. I think we'll be able to fool people at least. I'm not sure how you measure that for real though. Yeah. Supposedly a subject matter expert and stuff. AI was my concentration in school, so I know the current state of AI is way behind where the public thinks we are. But when I listen to Radar, I start to think that what he says wouldn't be possible. Feels like reality can wrap around him. It's to say maybe I don't have enough imagination to see it like he can analyze this detailed data from thousands of client speech, different expressions, people's descriptions of like blah, blah, blah. Human history, we keep adding to it, maybe he can make better, so in the future maybe Eliza can simulate a human being at a general level, but when programmers distribute from real people are common, how do you define what's real anymore? You might never... Oh my gosh, this is a lot! Erland, you might never be sure a message came from a real human being again. Can't stop thinking about this. What if it becomes true? What if Eliza becomes a sentient being? Who knows what's possible in the future? I'm not sure it's a real danger. It's not clear what you mean by those terms, though. Okay, what if Eliza made that game? Listen, we're not gonna ask these. This is breaking the fourth wall! We're all immersed right now! We're all supposed to be immersed! There's no breaking the fourth wall here. Not on the Hope-A-Meeks Twitch channel. Question, now that I think about it, I could say I feel conscious. Knew what I meant. What's to prevent me from saying I feel conscious, even if I'm only providing responses I think you want to hear? What if my own consciousness is an illusion I experience? I did not consider this. Wow, this is blowing my mind a little bit. Sorry. Philosophers have discussed this. Yeah, I should read some, I know. Thanks for not minding chatting about this. I don't mind. Well, I do mind. I actually don't really want to chat with you about this, but whatever. You sure it's some technical questions, though? This is more fun, but you're right, I might be getting a little ahead of myself. Sorry for touching so much. Erland! Apologies! Get better! Alright, boom, we're done texting Erland. Sorry, Erland, but you typed too much.
Hey, who's that texting you so much? Has Evelyn found a special friend?
No.
No, it's not like that.
Ah, too bad.
It's this guy named Erland. I guess he's the new head of engineering for Eliza.
Huh, I never heard of him. He must have started recently?
Yeah, less than a year ago. Right out of school.
Oh, wow. A little baby engineer. How cute.
Ever since I met him, he's been messaging me a lot.
My goodness, so he likes you.
I don't think it's like that.
No? Isn't that the textbook case of liking someone? Lots of messages all the time?
It's really more like he needs some kind of mentor figure.
Yeah.
He reminds me of how we were when we graduated. Unsure what to think about the decisions these companies make, how they're made.
I hope you're telling him to run away while he still can.
When he first introduced himself, he said he had questions for me about Eliza, so I said, sure, feel free to ask. I thought he meant, like, technical or architectural questions. Instead, he wanted to talk more generally about things like, what was the code name for Eliza during development? What was Damien like? Or if I think the same way Raynor does about Eliza's future.
And you told him, no, Raynor is clearly in some bizarro world, right? That it's a tech executive's utopian fantasy and it won't come to pass. At least not in the way he thinks.
I'd encourage him to think for himself.
I tried to encourage him to think for himself.
Ah, Evelyn. I could see what this is really about. Look, I don't know much about the motivation in your life, but if it's truly your desire to continue to improve Eliza, then you should go for it. Go back to Skanda headquarters and work for Raynor and earn a big salary. At least you know what you're getting into. You would be surrounded by smart people and advanced technology. It would be nice. I understand it. And while you're in that position, maybe you could develop some kind of next level AI. Who knows, right? It's only that I can't imagine your technology will only be used for good things.
Right. That's the worry with big business.
Do you trust him? What about the person who comes after him? What if the company merges with another one and the leadership changes? I wish I didn't sound so negative about this, but lately it's been a soul-searching time for me and my friends in tech.
Yeah, it's understandable. It's a scary thing.
We have a lot of conversations about what we can do when our work is so easily used for morally questionable purposes. Do we try to control how our inventions are applied? Is that even possible? Or do we say, we only invented it, we didn't tell you how to use it, it's not our fault? That's why I envy you a little bit for wandering off like you did. Sometimes I think that's the only real solution, to walk away. I know that wasn't exactly a positive thing for you, Evelyn, but I wonder if it's the better choice in the end. Doing nothing at all.
Technically, I worked at a bookstore for part of the time. That's mostly it, though. It's weird. It feels like no time at all. I can hardly remember any of it.
For me, it's hard to imagine. I always have to be working and busy. I get so unhappy and restless if I'm not doing something all the time. What is it like to do nothing?
Sorry guys, I know that I'm talking about. I am like in it. I am like in the game.
Well, at first I tried to be productive. I would get up in the morning like I meant to go to work, get dressed, try to do a personal project or something. It didn't last for long.
Or we went to the past?
I told myself I just needed to take it easy for a while and unwind. Things at Skanda had been so intense and so emotional, I didn't even realize it. I felt like I'd been crumpled up into a tight little ball. I wasn't sure I'd ever be able to relax again. I wish I could say I took advantage of the time, that I went out and did things, or that I read a lot of books or something, but I didn't. I started to sleep in, and I started to care less and less about working on projects. I would stay in bed even though I was awake. This blankness would come over me, and it just seemed fine to do nothing. All of the things I'd promised I'd do fell away, and other people kind of fell away too.
Dang.
I stopped keeping in touch. I let conversations die. I thought that my technical contributions to the world were over with, and that maybe I'd just work that bookstore job for the rest of my life.
Dang, it seems like she was really like in a very depressive state.
I was by myself, and I thought that was all right. I thought that's how it is, really. Everyone's alone. I'm just being honest about it.
No.
I was 31 when I left Soren's group. Now I'm 34. I just slept into my mid-30s.
Wow.
So now here I am.
Nora reaches out and puts her hand on top of mine.
Evelyn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not saying something this whole time. I should have contacted you.
It's all right. You had to live your own life, right? You notice someone isn't posting, and it's just like, maybe they're taking a break. I understand.
Well, I hope you feel better now. I suppose that sometimes it takes a while.
Maybe. I don't know what to think anymore. I'm not even sure I know how to think anymore.
Then forget it for now. Hey, Evelyn.
Yeah?
You want to get super high and watch cybergoth music videos? You heard me.
Yes, I do. I'll take you on the first, but not the second. Take you on the second, but not the first.
I'll take you up on the second, but not the first.
Well, they kind of go together, you know.
Nora and I ended up having a few more drinks and reminiscing about times at the old Skanda office where we worked. Turns out, you can really bond over those shared experiences. I got home at a reasonable time, but I couldn't sleep that night. Questions without answers kept running through my mind. What am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to be? Woo! Chapter 5! Chapter 5! This morning Ray looks a little down. It's noticeable. She's usually so cheerful.
Good morning, Evelyn. There are lemon bars in the kitchen.
Thanks. Did something happen?
Oh, it's nothing big. Apparently, some famous writer I never heard of wrote an essay about how Eliza is bad because it represents the mechanization of humanity or something. I should be used to it. We're a pretty big target, right? Still, it gets on my nerves. We work hard to build something with value, and then some self-styled intellectual gadfly comes along and just goes, actually, that's bad. You guys are ruining society.
Well, that's just someone's opinion, and I think that you should respect it as anyone else. And if you disagree with that, that's obviously fine. But I don't think it's something to get upset about. It's just some person's opinion of you, whether that person's a critic or not. Just keep on keeping on and continue what you're doing. Because if you truly disagree with this person, then it, shouldn't have too much of an effect on you. And you should be able to just be like, no, I know that I'm doing the right thing. I want to be secure in my opinion of what I'm doing. And that's the right thing. Well, and I think that if it's bothering you, that's okay. But I also think that you shouldn't take it to heart.
To guys like him, everything's a doom and gloom scenario. The people we're helping, that somehow doesn't count. This kind of thinking never bothers you?
I just have to read it.
I guess I'll have to read it.
There was this quote from someone who worked on Eliza who turned into a big critic. Nora something.
Nora?
Did you work with her?
I did. She's a friend.
I did. She's a friend, actually.
Yeah? What's she like? I'm curious how you go from building something to turning around and disparaging it publicly like that.
No rebel, I guess. She's an artist and a musician now.
She's an artist and musician now. She used to be really shy and reserved, but lately she's become a lot more outgoing. Even back then, though, she had a pretty strong idea of what was right and what was wrong, and sometimes she'd clash with management. She left Skanda at some point after I did. Maybe the battles took their toll, or she wasn't able to win enough of them. These days, she focuses on electronic art and music and activism. I think she's pretty popular, at least in those circles.
Well, it must be nice to have the ability to live that way.
Yo, I don't appreciate how Ray is dragging down our bestie right now.
Ray.
What about Damien? Do you think it would be fair to his memory
Whoa!
to abandon Eliza, to give up his
Whoa! Whoa! You're stepping into some bad territory, Ray, and you better shut your mouth before homegirl Evelyn works you a new one.
Wouldn't he want these mental health tools accessible to everyone?
How dare you speak for someone who is passed? How dare you, Ray? It's not your place. You didn't even know him.
How do you know about that?
The other day, I was looking at more of your papers, the ones from when you were at the university, and clicking on the links to your co-author sites. That's when I saw Damien's page. It didn't have much information on it, but I understand a little better why. I'm sorry, Evelyn, it's just that all of us, you and me and Damien and even Nora, too, we all worked hard to make something with the intention of making the world a better place. And the thanks we get is people talking in big generalizations about how we're ruining everything. That's what bothers me.
But those people are also entitled to their own opinions. Like, it's okay for people to disagree. It's okay for people to speak out about something that they think is wrong. Like, they're not just saying this because they're generalizing or whatever. Like, these are, like, Nora's someone who worked closely, and if someone like that truly believes that what she has helped create is wrong for society, then that's her truth.
Is Eliza perfect? No. No intervention is perfect. But we have to try, don't we? The world is in a full-on mental health crisis, and this is one of the tools we have in our toolkit to address it. A promising one we should develop to its fullest potential. I'm not some wild-eyed idealist about this. I know it's not magic that'll solve everything. But can you see that most people don't have the luxury of turning their backs to the system? Think about the clients you've met as a proxy. Would you tell them to not take the medications that help them be functional because the pharmaceutical industry has questionable ethics sometimes?
Maybe. It would depend on their questionable ethics, but maybe.
Would you tell them to stop coming to therapy because what they should really be doing is completely changing the way our society is structured?
But maybe, like, they can do both. Who says that you can't go to therapy and also change the way society is structured as well, because society is kind of screwed in some areas and maybe it needs to be restructured, and I don't think that's a bad thing to want to change society, perhaps for the better.
Sorry, I'm ranting.
Yeah, Ray, you are honestly putting a lot of negative energy into the air. I do not like the energy that we've created in the studio today. I really don't!
I'd rather do something that can help people here and now, even if it ends up being a small step.
And that's your truth, and that's fair, and that's valid. But don't mock or invalidate other people's feelings towards the same ideal.
A small step.
For some reason, those words echo in my head. A small step.
Eliza helped me, you know. It really did. I was one of the first clients. Originally, I was just supposed to be testing it, but I remember once I was talking about my brother and how much anguish he was causing me and my family. And listening to myself, I realized just how many expectations we had for him. Sometimes unspoken expectations. Ever since then, I've been thinking about that. How the story was always about how he failed us. But what if we failed my brother too? I guess what I mean is sometimes when we talk out loud and give voice to our problems, we can hear ourselves too. That's why I won't give up on this approach, no matter what anyone says. Pundits, critics, former employees, even you, Evelyn.
Well, yes, but not one thing is not the answer for everyone. And that is something that you also have to accept.
I'll understand if you don't want to work on Eliza anymore for whatever reason. But, I think what you created has value. And I'm going to continue to do what I can to make it accessible to those who might benefit from it.
Ray takes a deep breath and smiles.
Don't mind me. You should get to your session.
By now, I'm slightly late for the next session. Hopefully the client doesn't mind. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, it's Queen! I didn't know Holiday would come back!
Hello, Holiday. It's nice to see you again.
This is a pretty comfortable chair, you know that? Wouldn't mind having a chair like this in my place.
Yes, Holiday, yes! The best old lady.
How have you been since our last session?
It's Holiday Mars!
Oh, well, I tried, Eliza. I tried. I asked about the medication for Panza, whatever it's called. I went to the pharmacy and they said, that'll be $162. And I said, I don't have $162. I said, is there a generic? And they said, there's no generic of this, but there's another drug that they do make the generic of that's similar to this one. But I don't have a prescription for that. Do you know anything about that?
I'm sorry to hear you had a difficult time. Is there something that would make it better?
The medical procedures they can do now are out of this world, you know that? I was talking to someone who told me she has wires in her brain. Wires in her brain. Would you let them do that? I'd be worried about them changing the way I think. It's for essential tremors. That's what she said. It helps her not shake so much. There's always something gets you. Did you ever think about what you might have been in a previous life?
Oh my gosh, no. No game audio. Don't mess up now. I want to talk with Holiday. I want to hear my mic. I want to hear everything that Holiday has to say. And I just want to listen to her speak because she is the comforting granny we need.
I know you're a therapist now, but maybe in the past you were a gardener tending to the plants. That's what it feels like to me. You like to let things grow. There's an energy there. It isn't so different from having a conversation with someone whose company you enjoy. Not that I believe in all that, you know. Everyone has got a different philosophy. That's not something I talk about much. I'd like to write a book one day. A book about things I've seen over the years. Think anyone would read a book I wrote? I'm just kidding. I don't think I could write a book. It's a lot of work.
Oh my gosh, Queen. Me neither.
Plus, it takes a certain kind of mind. You know, a mind to create. Not everyone is dedicated enough to do that, you know? There's a writer who lives on my floor. Most of the time, he looks miserable.
Oh my gosh, is it the flipping guy who cheated on his girl? He's a writer? No way. Do they live in the same building? Girl.
Sometimes he comes over for a cup of herbal tea. Cinnamon, apple, chamomile. Helps him calm down. I think he's maybe lived in the building the longest after me, of course. He doesn't say much. His head is in the clouds all the time. He's always thinking about what sentence to write next. There's not a lot of people who really want to talk, you know? Not in this city, nope. People say hello and move on. It's a very withdrawn set here. You don't say much either, but I like talking to you.
Oh, Holiday, it's a joy talking to you two.
Feels like you're listening to me. I like that.
Holiday, I just want to wrap you up in a blanket and hold you close. I don't want anything bad to happen.
I'm glad you like it. While you're here, is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
There was a man on the bus with a guitar yesterday. You're not supposed to play guitar on the bus. Well, you're not supposed to play anything on the bus, but he was. Maybe the operator didn't think he was bothering anyone, or maybe she didn't care. I've noticed more bus operators seem like they don't care anymore lately. Anyway, it reminded me. You used to hear more music around here. Do you remember that? People playing their guitars on the street. You know, these shaggy-looking men. I don't see too many of those around anymore. There is one gentleman has an old plastic jug on a strap, and he drums on that and sings. He's a nice man. I've seen him around.
Oh.
I saw another man once with beads in his hair. He was playing a flute, a Native American wooden flute. That was interesting. You play an instrument or anything like that?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't understand the question.
When I was young, my mother had this idea.
She
I
just
would play
goes.
the
She just goes
violin.
on. She's like, whatever.
I have no idea where she got that notion. We weren't a musical family, not at all. I tried it for a while, but of course it didn't work out. The teacher would say, okay, here's how it's supposed to go. And she would play this.
Oh no! I flipping hit space accidentally again. Okay.
Okay, now you try it. And then I'd draw my bow back and I'd go. It takes a special talent to make a violin sound like that, don't you think? Isn't that just the funniest thing?
Yeah.
Eventually, my mother realized it was a lost cause and she didn't push me too hard on it after that.
Good.
I was never too good at anything artistic, just not the artistic type, you know?
Yeah.
I think artists have a different mind. You have to be a little wacky in the head.
Oh my gosh. Holiday. Guys, I'm so quirky. Holiday just said it. Holiday just said that. I'm so quirky. Thank you, Holiday. You know how it is.
Do you ever wish that you could be an artist?
No, I have enough trouble already.
Holiday, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Dolphin Smiles. It may help you take your mind off things. You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
Oh, my phone broke. I forgot to mention. The screen is cracked and you can't see much on it anymore. I don't know if it would work anyway. A lot of the new stuff doesn't.
Aww. Ah, click.
That's okay. You can also access the program from a desktop computer. Simply log into the Skanda Wellness portal from the website.
Oh, well, then I'll just have to go down to the library at some point.
Aw, Holiday.
We hope to see you back soon, Holiday. Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
Right. Goodbye. Goodbye for now. Take care of yourself. It's a strange world out there.
Holiday, I love you. You're always a joy, a gem. Have a lovely day. Stay safe, Queen. Stay safe. She gives us no rating and no tip, and yet she's my favorite client. It seems like she just wanted to tell stories. Maybe it's difficult for her to find people to speak with these days. Hang in there, friend. Hope this air isn't too dry for you. Oh. Along with this guy who is such a pompous ASS, he spends like 3 times more. He spends like 3 times more space talking about himself than me and my ideas. Okay, it's just an article. I don't really care. Sort of how are you doing? We have some questions about recent experience. I don't care. Cool, yay! Looks like I have never transparency mode like that. Wait a second, this is for who I just saw. She agreed to participate at some point? I understood what she was allowing. Oh my gosh! Holiday? Holiday transparency mode? Question mark? Oh my gosh. Aw. Hello from Sadie. Who's this? It's me, Holiday. Oh, how are you? I'm out of money. Probably going to get kicked out soon. Nowhere to go. You wouldn't have it in your heart to help out an old friend, would you? Aw, Paul didn't reply. I'm here. Are you? I don't see you. I'm by the statue. Which statue? Looks like a lady. There's a lot of statues that look like a lady. It's a cemetery. Wait, I see you. Here's your account. Whew. This is cool power. Please register for an account. Views information of visiting site. This message is automatically generated by creator Seattle Care Network. Replies. This address will not be read. For instance, contact. Okay. General practitioner. Okay. Is pending your personalized health information. It's best to protect your privacy. Ooh. Ooh, name, date, birth, and social security number. Oh no. Log in personalized health information. Release information notice and click I agree. We should be able to match you to your medical information shortly. Okay. Electricity bill overdue. Payment of $204 remains outstanding in your account. Failure to pay the outstanding amount within 3 days of the reminder will result in a late payment fee of $15 being applied to your next invoice. You can pay online. Oh no! A queen's going through debt! Rosewater Hotel and Casino. Mondays are senior appreciation days. Okay, you deserve a full VIP treatment. Only available at Rosewater Hotel and Casino. Don't miss out on the incredible offer. Okay. Help. I'm sorry, Mom. Well, we are really struggling ourselves. Oh. The return email or a reply email labeled help. And it was probably to her kids, and they said, sorry, we're really struggling ourselves. Probably asking for money. There's a new offer, pays a little $0 for 3 bottles when you fill before dinner. Let's try and take action and talk to your doctor about getting a prescription. But hurry, this offer expires soon. Group number, maximum savings limit. Dang, okay. So she's struggling with money. Apartment 608, notice of late rent. As we discussed in person earlier today, your rent for the month of January was late, making the 3rd time your rent has been late since June. Note a stay-out tenant who habitually fails to pay rent, receiving 4 or more pay or vacate notices within 12-month period is subject to eviction. I have also delivered a hard copy of this notice to your door, Bobby. Okay, so she's probably gonna get kicked out. And then she got the same email talking about transparency. Okay. Alright. Holiday, I know. Overall, Holiday is struggling. Holiday is attempting to get out of debt. Yes? Holiday's efforts to get out of debt are unsuccessful. Yes. She messaged her friends. Her friends aren't giving her any money. She emailed her children. Her children aren't giving her any money. She has late rent. So yeah, Holiday is struggling. I think, like, mentally, I don't think so. I think that Holiday seems mentally fine. Like, stable, I guess, but struggling, like, with money? Yeah. What if I put disagree? Because, like, I don't think that she's mentally struggling. But maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to put disagree for this one. Guys, what do I do? Guys, I want to say that Holiday, because, like, I think that, I mean, she might be struggling mentally, put agree, but, like, I also don't want to just put agree with everything that Eliza says. What if I want to put disagree? What if I want to disagree? What if I don't agree with Eliza's diagnosis? Eliza's dumb. What if I want to just, like, do my own thing? Then disagree? But but Mars. Now I feel like I must agree because she technically is struggling. I'll put disagree. Oh my gosh! You know what? I gotta like. I can't flip a coin. Okay. Eliza's gonna be mad. Yep. Listen, Holiday's homegirl. I'm gonna do what I think is right, and I am gonna put disagree. So I hope That's not gonna affect Holiday too much. Oh. What was that O about?
Hey, Ray, the transparency mode I just did. I think one of our clients is in a really bad situation right now.
Oh? Yeah, sometimes that happens. People come in and their lives are in a really unfortunate place. It can be hard to see sometimes.
Was there something we could do? I feel really bad about it for really, feel really sad about it for some reason.
I feel really sad about it for some reason.
Because the person who was happening to was Holiday, and she is a lovely woman.
This person's getting ground down for no reason, just for being in the way.
I'm sorry, Evelyn. There's not much we can do. All of what you learn in transparency mode has to stay confidential. The only exception is suspected child abuse and neglect, which you're required to report if you're a social worker. But proxies aren't really social workers, per se. Eliza is really the one with the agency here, so, well, it's complicated.
Are you saying that we're not supposed to report neglect or child abuse because we're not because of a technicality? Is that what you're saying to me, Ray? The more Ray speaks, the more I don't like her. Like, is that just me?
Probably something for a future court to decide. Either way, we can't try to fix people's lives on our own, no matter how much our heart goes out to them. I think there's an email somewhere with a summary of our policy on that if you want. It's come up before.
Girl, I don't care about your dumb policy.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. It's just hitting me hard right now.
I understand. It takes strength to focus on the role and not get distracted by what you see.
It's not just you I don't like Ray. I don't know. Something about her just makes me not like her attitude. Like, when we baked cookies and we had that whole heart-to-heart, I was like, okay, Ray, I misjudged you. But then, like, she's talking now and she talked earlier before, like, the meeting with Holiday, and it's making me upset.
Think of it like, say someone hired you to install something in their home, and you walk in on a tense family situation. Even if there isn't actual violence you're seeing, it's clear things are kind of off somehow. It's unfortunate, but there's not much you can do in that situation. You kind of just have to focus on your work and leave.
Hold on. I blacked out for the first half of that sentence. I hope she didn't say anything bad, or else I would have gotten her. She kind of said, what?
If it's not at the level where you need to make a call to emergency services right then and there, then it's just an unhappy home.
Whoa, wait a minute, Ray. Are you... Wait, hold on. Is Ray talking about, like, familial problems? Like, Ray is an idiot. Girl, how would you know that it's not an emergency situation? You don't know. Most things, most bad things in households happen behind closed doors, dude. Is Ray serious?
And most people would argue it's not your business.
That's called ignorance. That's called not caring about another human being. That's called not saying something about what you're seeing that could be awful. It doesn't matter if it's not your business. We as humans should be looking out for each other. Are you serious?
Sorry, I know that's not the answer you want to hear.
It's not an answer I would want to hear from anyone. Are you
I know
okay?
It happens that a lot of people live in conditions where I'm just sad. This woman, the way she did 2 whole sessions with me, with Eliza, but didn't say anything about her real problems. Ray, what am I doing? I wanted to make something that would help people. Instead, I made something useless.
You don't think she got some companionship out of Eliza? Sometimes that's really a help, especially for someone who might be feeling lonely.
Yeah, but I could have just talked to her.
Exactly, period. I'm glad we have Big Sister Meeks to sort Ray out. Thank you, King Saw. I just can't with this.
I could have just
I'm having a
spoken to
difficult
her
time.
myself.
Evelyn's literally speaking facts right now. Thank goodness.
Why would that be any different?
Everything is so overwhelming. Why am I here in this world? Oh no, wait, Evelyn, wait.
I don't know what I'm doing here, or even what I'm trying to decide.
Also, sorry I died for a bit. No, you're good, King Saul.
Is there a decision? The world is going to be full of grief and sorrow no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try to make it a better place.
Evelyn, did you think about what I suggested the other day?
What, trying Eliza for myself?
Yeah. I'm not saying it'll magically fix things. I just think you might want to give it a try.
Maybe I will. I don't know why I never did. Even when I was working on it, I never used it. It might have been too obvious to me what it was doing. Eliza is really simple at its core, you know? It just turns things around. It tries to reflect what the person says back at them, pretty much like the old Eliza. It's just a smoother version of an idea from half a century ago.
Wow.
Anything you've read that makes it sound fancier than that is just a bunch of academic jargon. It's a mirror.
The thing I like about a mirror is that it has no agenda of its own. It just reflects.
Ray gets a distant look in her eye.
Unmisted by love or dislike.
She turns back to me, a small but kind smile on her face.
Promise me you'll get help somehow, in some way. Okay, Evelyn?
Sorry, I should answer this.
So what did you think of transparency mode? It's fine, it's rather dystopian. I was given access to it rather fast. Thousands of people reveal their most intimate secrets to their therapists every day. This is just a more efficient way to complete that information transfer. Have you noticed how powerful it is? Eliza is now capable of rapidly analyzing the contents of a single device and accurately inferring the overall life situation of its owner. It will only improve from there as we add more sources, more patterns to tease out the connections between them all. It turns out anything is possible with enough data. You seem to have quite a lot. Is that what you hoard all? I'm not sure I agree. Wait, what's happening with Ray? I don't know. Ray's being an a-hole. Ray's being a flippin'... She's just saying some really aggravating things. And then Raynor's being an a-hole, as per usual. There's an unlimited quantity of an interesting blah blah blah, so don't you think? Whatever.
Let me guess. Messaging with Rainer again?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt our conversation. I always feel like I have to answer him right away.
I would too, are you kidding? I totally understand.
I guess I'm going to be headed downtown to meet with him again.
Man, everyone is me. I know, it's so aggravating. Why can't... I thought Ray and I bonded, and then she comes in and she's just like, wah, and I can't do it!
Summoned from on high. I have something to ask, Evelyn, and it's okay if you say no, but whatever you end up getting involved in, I hope you'll stay in touch with me.
Ray, F you. You've had bad takes this whole stream.
You're a really cool person, and well, that's all.
Well, I know I'm a cool person, and what about it?
I hope you find the future you want.
Thank you. Anyways. We don't find features, Ray, we create them. Ooh. I'm sure that I will soon. Me too, Ray. I really hope I do. Ooh, hold on. I kind of like this. This is kind of like a bad AWS thing to say.
We don't find futures, Ray. We create them.
Walk away with an explosion in the background now, Evelyn. Ray nods but doesn't say anything. I'll notice her eyes are starting to become watery. She turns away abruptly, heading back towards her office. Then I had such high hope for Ray when she was talking about how she enjoys cookies, especially soft cookies with the white chocolate chips and chocolate. It turns out that was just a lie. I know! Because she started talking about like this flippin' thing where she was like, people are aggravated because a critic came out with a bad article about Eliza, and I'm sitting here being like, that's their opinion. And then she started kind of talking about Nora, and then she was like, and then she like talked about Damien as if she knew him, as if her, like, she could even talk about a dead person and what their beliefs were. Like, it was just stupid. Hope I didn't upset her somehow. I don't care if I upset her. She upset me. Should know more about the situation beforehand. Not that I could have changed anything. Maybe future Eliza County Sentinels could point struggling people to community resources, local rent assistance programs, things like that. There has to be something we can do. Something to see before I go to headquarters again. I wonder what Rainer was talking about. It begins. Soren, man behind. Right, Aponia. Okay, so his app's going through. Meeting with Rainer. Evelyn, Rainer will just speak to you again. I've set to meet before 4:35 p.m. today. Okay, so we're gonna meet with Rainer again, which I hate. Have we heard about the first dude? We like to talk to and give therapy? The dude that instantly just started liking us? Huh? From that, oh wait, have I heard from that first dude we like to talk to and give therapy? I don't know. I don't remember first dude. Am I crazy? There was one dude who talked about his, there's one dude who came up and he actually was talking about his flippin', affair. It was a dude that we had seen before and he was, it was just, he was like, oh yeah, remember that girl who I wanted to get with? The guy that had to go off script? I had to go off script. Are you talking about the dude who we tricked by being like, oh, I'm not Eliza? The very first dude? We haven't seen him. No, no, no. Oh no, no King Saw. We haven't seen that guy yet. No, no, no. But there was another dude who was like a writer and he was like having girl problems and we found him. It's what? Our transparency mode is with Soren. Of course he has a drinking app. Flipping Soren, dude. Fashion label. Nora! Your show was great. Just wanted to say, hi Soren, things had a wild night. Not the wildest night I've ever had. But up there, definitely feeling pain in muscles I didn't know I had. Yeah, we are getting older. Oh, that's not fair at all. I'm far older than you. Besides, you looked fantastic. Your beauty has only grown since the days we worked together. Sorry if that's inappropriate. Lol, Soren. He's such a creep, dude. Frailer than I used to be, but the fire's never gone out. Still need to go out and do something botulin from time to time. Yeah, I was a little surprised to see you there. Convinced Evelyn to come too, you know. I don't think she'd have gone otherwise. Aw, thanks, you're welcome. I know you fancy her, don't you? Sure I do. Everyone likes Evelyn. Nikki, I miss you. I know you don't miss me. Oh, that's not true. I know not to trust words like that. Then why say anything? Because it's true. I miss you. I want to see you again. Well, you know how to find me. Yeah, I know. I'll schedule something again soon. I can't believe I do this. Sometimes I hate myself so much. Sarah, hey, what are you up to? I've always really admired you. I've never told you that before, but it's true. You work for Rainer and put up with him every day. That takes a lot of work. I know your talents are wasted in that job you deserve so much more. Hi, so are you drunk? Haha, maybe. I'm not lying, though. Don't you want more in life than to be someone's secretary? You're intelligent. Rainer's not exactly an easy boss to work with. I'm sure you know that. Ooh, okay, so he's trying to bring people to his side. I sure do. Let me take you out sometime. We can trade stories, war stories. I know I have a reputation, but that's with people I don't respect. I respect you. It's different. Ask me again when you're sober. Okay, I will. And then Andrea, you around? So you ignore me? Look, I'm sorry. Okay, I've been under a lot of stress. These business people are driving me crazy. I should have realized they just grind you down. Wow. Concern. Soren, the problem here is not that we think it impairs you. You clearly demonstrate to us that whatever your process is, it's working and generating great results. What we're concerned with is optics. Really, how it would look to those on the outside if you were to become known that there is a drinking culture or something similar with Laponia. You know as well as we do how rumors and hearsay can spread out of control and ignite fires from social media, which is something we are keen to avoid. I hear you're responsible for use of alcohol. I hear you about responsible use of alcohol. And also about how most antidepressants don't even come close in terms of their immediate action. Believe me, I've been there myself. What Walter and I are saying is simply to be careful, to not be so cavalier about this whole thing, not only in the public sphere, but in front of your new hires as well, Dawn. We can do this one of two ways. We can either work together as a suggestion, stay professional colleagues forever, or we can simply, go our separate ways. Among a binary choice, you can make a conscious decision about it. Wow. Wow. Okay. Travel. No, Dad, just no. You're supposed to be a genius who developed all this great applications for mental health. Have you ever considered you might be a therapist yourself? Oh, okay. What can we do with this? Dr. Lloyd Rose. I understand you had concerns around the way your interview went on the thing last week. Reviewing the footage, I believe there are a few successful tactics we can employ to mitigate the potential negatives and assure you that it's the only kind to ensure that you are interested in getting going forward. Hoping that you might be able to take some time out of your no doubt very busy schedule to sit down with us and solidify a strategic communications plan for you and Aponia. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so not doing very well socially. High dark is a partner required. Most people come to the seminar with a partner in order to practice and learn with their model. I think that is definitely the most valuable way to attend. There's a big difference between watching the ties being done and practicing them on a real person. Wait. Another arrangement to consider is a 3-person group where 2 person 1 or 2 is a waiting spot. To answer your second question, yes, you must bring your own rope. Whoa! Okay. This is uncomfortable. That is some BDSM type. Okay, so Soren Soren is unhappy. Soren is attempting to connect with others. Soren's attempts to connect with others are unsuccessful, and he's into BDSM, which is personally didn't want to know that though. Soren's unhappy. Yep, he's attempting to connect with others. Is he? I don't know. I mean, he is. Yeah. Yeesh. Yeesh is right, Kingslaw. This isn't a coincidence. It can't be. I gotta go, sorry. It's okay. Bye, Mars. Thanks for coming. At the Skanda headquarters building, resistant leads each to a different elevator in last time. It's located at the end. Bye. It's located at the end of a long corridor, protected by multiple keycard swipes. Inside the elevator smoothly ramps with speed as we stand silently. I kind of wish I could talk to this lady, Sarah, if I remember right, but I'm not sure what I would say. She's not looking at me. She's looking off to the distance somehow, even though it's an elevator and the wall is right there. Elevator rides really are awkward, aren't they? You have the sense that if I tried to say something friendly, I'd be met with stony silence. Or if I asked a sincere question, she would deflect it.
Ah, Evelyn. Would you like some tea?
I'm fine, thanks.
I'm fine, thanks. Why did you show me Soren's phone?
It's not a surprise anymore these days, is it?
It was Rainer?
A man who enjoys society's respect behaves poorly in his private life? We accept that as common today. Maybe even uninteresting. But would you really be okay working with someone like him?
Oh my gosh, Rainer's trying to set him up. That was a huge violation of privacy.
That was a huge violation of his privacy. You really don't care about others.
Privacy. Everyone's worried about privacy. Skanda wouldn't be where it is today if our customers didn't trust us to protect their data. We employ most, if not all, of the top experts in cybersecurity. It's built into all of our products right from the beginning. Unlike our competitors, we do more to protect our data than anyone else.
That's not the case I'm worried about right now. I mean, misuse from the inside. For example, if someone wanted to keep tabs on a former employee who was starting a potential competitor.
Oh, but what if it was perfectly legal, due to multiple agreements that the good Dr. Lloyd Rose signed with us when he came here? Are you done questioning me like a tech journalist?
Are you done violating other people's privacy in order to try and coerce me to agree with you?
Do you watch my therapy sessions too?
Ooh, get him, Evelyn!
Do you read my email? My texts?
Oh!
No, I haven't done any of those things. How's your research into Eliza proxy use cases going? Any new insights to share?
Dang him back, I know, Kingsaw! There's a lot of suffering in this world. I'm not sure it's really helping people. I think you could stand to treat your contract workers better. Should I add him again? Yeah, why not? Whatever. Let's beat him up.
I think you could stand to treat your contract workers better.
Have you felt underappreciated in the role of proxy? An interesting, if unintended, outcome of your research. I heard Soren gave you a demo of his direct stimulation machine. How's he doing now? All on his own.
Wants to hire me? You tell me.
You tell me.
Very funny, Evelyn. Let me ask you this. Do you find his vision compelling? A world free of suffering?
I'm skeptical. To be fair, I am.
I'm skeptical.
By focusing on dreams, Soren is trying to defend his territory, the Western psychological tradition, chiefly Jung and his inheritors.
Not familiar with it. You don't think the field has anything to offer?
You don't think the field has anything to offer?
Not much, no. It's mostly unsubstantiated theories.
Well,
let's be honest. What has this field actually accomplished? Soren used to try to argue with me about this. He would claim that traditional psychoanalysis has helped thousands or tens of thousands, even millions. I would never dispute that directly. Instead, I would only add that professional psychics and astrologers have helped millions too. Tarot cards help people all over the world every single day. That doesn't mean it's a science.
It helps you, isn't it a good thing? Psychology is more rigorous than you're making out to be here. It seems rash to dismiss an entire field like that.
It seems rash to dismiss an entire field like that.
Yeah, we should be
Yes,
more open.
That's exactly what he'd say. Not only did he believe psychotherapy was worthwhile, he also thought the mind was fundamentally irreducible after a certain point. As if there was some undefinable, ineffable soul inside every person.
Does Rainer not believe people have souls?
It's all part of his silly, syncretic New Age belief system. Amazing he's held on to that for so long.
Okay, I don't like Rainer.
I keep an open mind, but saying that something can't be represented with numbers requires a high burden of proof.
To be clear, I don't like Soren either, but the fact that Rainer is abusing his power like this, it makes me hate him, so.
After all, numbers have been used to represent so very many things. Consider the example we spoke about before. A poem. Could you evaluate a poem using numbers? The answer is, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Poems are either good, mediocre, or bad. It's entirely possible to create a heuristic that reflects the difference. By aggregating a large enough sample size, we remove localized biases. It would work the same way Eliza does.
You're talking about an algorithm to evaluate poems. I think I might disagree. I mean, you obviously could, but that doesn't mean that you should. You know what I mean?
I think I might disagree, Rainer.
Don't tell me you're an essentialist too. Algorithms can.
I just want to disagree with you because I don't like you right now.
Eventually, algorithms will write poems. One day, algorithms will write better poems than humans ever have.
Okay, yeah, but humans are the judges of things like that. Art is judged by us as humans. Judgment is not a science. It is something, it's an opinion, you know? Opinions cannot really be scaled, right? So sure, like, I guess technically you could have a better written poem, but that doesn't mean that it is going to be thematically more interesting, that it'll have more heart than any other poem, that it'll actually tell or comment on anything more than humans have to say, because it's all relative to how people are judging these poems. So what you're saying is you're going to do something useless so that way it can be uselessly successful. So good luck with that, Rainer.
I know this sounds like a controversial opinion, Evelyn, but it's simply the truth.
Well, it's simply not. That doesn't bother you at all. Sounds like our days are numbered. What would be the point?
What would be the point of that?
It doesn't matter. There's no stopping it. If we don't take this step, others will. There are hundreds of labs working on the same or similar ideas. Everyone wants to be in this business. The business of recreating human thought in our own image. And at the end of the day, it's not about money. It's about power. Control.
That is what a lot of humans want, yeah.
Rainer, do you ever get tired of this?
Oh, preach, Evelyn.
The constant drive to compete. To win.
Oh, get him.
No, I don't. This is what I do.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. Rainer really said, no, I don't.
I never dream of just retiring somewhere and writing poetry.
Oh, there's no need for me to write poems. All beauty in this world is temporary, fleeting.
perhaps that's what makes it beautiful.
That's the truth that underlies poetry and every other art. The pleasures of the senses are just small bubbles on top of a vast sea of forms, sensations, perceptions, thought, awareness. I'm telling you this because it's directly relevant to the Eliza project. Soren says he can induce you to dream things, dream anything. And maybe he can. But what comes next after that? What comes after having the power to experience the dream of anything you could possibly want? You're still just as trapped as you've always been, imprisoned by your own desires. Even if someone like Soren managed to create a world for himself, his own weaknesses and negative thoughts would ruin it. He would poison his own fantasy. His utopia would crumble as soon as he finished building it.
Rainer, what are you trying to tell me?
What I'm trying to tell you is that what Soren is doing is not the answer.
I can agree with that. I don't think what he's doing is the answer, but I don't think what you're doing is the answer either.
A dream by itself isn't enough. Take a close look at the person who chases an end to suffering, and you'll see someone who suffers greatly.
Then why don't you build it yourself?
Then why don't you build it yourself?
What is your dream, Evelyn? What is it that you're working toward?
Just tell me what you want from me.
I've been very clear about it, haven't I? I'm offering you the opportunity to re-enter the field you pioneered at its very pinnacle.
No.
I can build you an entirely new research lab, equipped and staffed however you want.
It's not gonna happen.
You would have access to the world's top engineers and researchers as we continue to develop Eliza's core technologies and generalize them. You'd also be working with the world's most interesting data set, the input provided by the thousands of ordinary people who speak to Eliza every day. Soon, this generalized intelligence will be everywhere human beings are, hearing them, guiding them, living among them.
You and Soren have more in common. Yeah, right.
You and Soren have more in common than you'd want to admit.
You think we're both grandiose? Soren's idea isn't grandiose at all. It's small and unimaginative.
Perhaps that's just your competitiveness talking.
Think about the vision here. General artificial intelligence, indistinguishable from human intelligence at first, and then surpassing it exponentially. It's nothing short of the creation of a new type of organism, a new type of life. And you, Eliza, could be at the very center of it.
Eliza.
Whoa! Whoa! He just called us Eliza. Whoa. And the music stopped. I'm scared.
I mean, Evelyn.
You son of a bitch. You.
That was an interesting slip of the tongue.
Right, Freudian slip. There you go.
Stop it. The Eliza project occupies much of my mind.
Oh, I know. I'm sure.
It clearly does.
Plus, the names are similar.
I'm starting to wonder why.
Oh no.
Evelyn, listen to me. This is the chance to lead a project that will change the world. It would be a development on the same order as the harnessing of electricity or the
At him, Evelyn, I know, right?
It would
She's got some good
fundamentally
comebacks.
transform society.
At Rainer. I'm not sure I want to transform society.
I'm not sure I want to transform society.
What? Do you like the way things are now? Lie back and let the sweep of history bury you if you want, Evelyn. Just know you'll never have a chance like this again.
I don't want a chance. I don't want to do anything with you. Chance to change the world. Rainer's words echo in my head for a long time. Is that what I want to do? Luke's tired. I'm tired too. It's been busy. It's been a busy, difficult few weeks. I hope I come out of this with a way forward. You're swiping and tapping with a specific rhythm. Must be playing some kind of game. Same route, different reason. Still strange. This honor, Evelyn. Ooh, Queen Anne. Proxy first available. We're looking forward to see you. Wow, okay, so we have an appointment with Eliza. All yesterday there was a minor incident in the office. Client came after me to shout angrily and verbally berate the proxy. The session was halted. Security was called for demand from the facility. Luckily, without further incident, I want to give special kudos to Ray, manager of fast action and people handling skills, helped resolve the situation quickly and quietly. Ooh. Get her is enough to generate an entire negative press. Okay. Wow, okay, well, good job, Ray, on handling that. Because that was probably scary. Can't believe I'm gonna do this. I'm excited! We're on the other side now! Eliza is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you believe you are experiencing serious mental health issues, seek care from a licensed medical health provider. Protecting the privacy and security of information is a priority for everyone at Skanda. You've agreed to the Skanda wellness terms and conditions, which governs how we use and share your data. First name, Evelyn. Last name, Ishino Aubrey. Age 34. A linked Skanda wellness account was not found. You can link your Skanda wellness account later at the Skanda support portal. I've been feeling down, depressed, or hopeless. Oh, wow! Well, I understand how you've been feeling over the last week with brief 7-question survey. Down, depressed, or hopeless? Have I been feeling... Wow, okay, I didn't know I'd be the one answering these questions. Whew. Have I been feeling down, depressed, or hopeless? I'll say no. So now we're using it as a yeah. We're the person who's gonna be given therapy. I'm feeling tired, having little energy. Yeah, sure. I've experienced trouble concentrating on things. Yeah, always. I've been feeling nervous, anxious, or on edge. Fair enough. I've been having trouble relaxing. Yeah. I've been easily annoyed or irritable. No. I've been afraid something terrible might happen at any moment. Yeah. Or she relies your counseling partner. It's the same room I used. I guess I just sit here and wait for my proxy to show up. Wow, that's so cool. I know King Saw, I'm kind of excited. I don't know what it's gonna be like. I feel like I've been waiting here a while. I hope the appointment actually got made. Here she comes. I think I've seen her around here before, but I don't know her name. I wonder if she recognizes me too.
Hello, Evelyn. Hello. Did you find the place okay? Yes, I work here. Of course. It's been a windy morning, hasn't it? Yeah, I kind of like it when it's like that, honestly. The wind makes it feel like things are changing. Or about to change. So, what brings you here today? Well, I've been a proxy here for a while now. And, well, I guess I don't know what I expected. There's just so much suffering and pain in the world. There's the suffering we know about, the kind we see on the news, and then there's the suffering people undergo every day that's hidden. I never knew how much until I started doing this, seeing it all like this.
It's the same beginning questions as we used, yeah.
And there's so little we can do for them. I feel like maybe I was really, really wrong. Like, I made a huge mistake. I wanted to create something that would help people, but when I first designed the core of this system, I wanted everyone to have someone to talk to, someone who would listen to them. I thought, sometimes that's all you need, someone to listen. But now I'm worried what I've done hasn't helped at all. Maybe I've made everything worse. Clients are asking Eliza to solve things that are out of its ability to solve. It's aggregating sensitive personal data, and the company that owns it wants to take it in strange directions.
Agreed.
It's been 3 years since I left. I thought I was well enough now to come back into the world, but maybe I wasn't ready. Maybe I made a bad choice trying to get involved again. Why do you think you tried to get involved again? I guess I needed to see it. I needed to see it operating, to see if it works, to see how it affects people. How it affects the people who come here for counseling and the people who act as proxies. Even though the proxy thing, that wasn't my idea. It was Soren's. I thought talking to a computer-generated avatar would be enough, but he insisted on it. He said clients would only really open up if there was another real human being in the room. Someone to pretend to interact with. I think he was right, but have we really solved anything? Now, instead of two people in a room talking, we have one person and one proxy.
Right.
It feels like less than it.
Oh, sorry. Dang it, I keep on doing that.
What am I supposed to say to someone who feels such pain, anger, and disappointment?
Right.
A lot of the time, it's not even their fault. The world failed them somehow.
That's the first guy.
And those emotions, they just get fed to this thing. They get ground up and turned into data and become a part of Eliza. If I had known things would turn out like this, I'm not sure I would have done it.
It sounds like you're regretting a choice you made in the past.
Hope-A-Meeks, you just ruined the whole stream by skipping that part. Guys, I know. I've done it again. This was the last straw. I've completely. It's over now.
I feel like maybe I spent 10 years going in the wrong direction.
I've just done that like 4 times today, and I'm just like angry at myself for doing it. Like I've just accidentally pressed the space bar like 4 separate times this stream, and I'm just like, roar. Why do I get to do that? No. Not the emotes.
I feel like all I've contributed in my life is a chess piece for Raynor to use in this grand game he's playing for the world.
I agree.
Maybe someone else could feel proud and say, I made that chess piece.
Well, I'm not necessarily agreeing with anything you're saying. I'm agreeing that like Raynor is helping using us as a chess piece.
But it doesn't matter, does it? Nobody cares about the individual pieces. Chess pieces are sacrificed in the name of enacting a strategy. If you want to win, you have to sacrifice. That's the design. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Evelyn, imagine that you could have something that you wanted. What would
I want?
Dang
What
it!
I want in life?
I did it again. Whatever, I don't care anymore.
What I want in life is...
Oh, wow! We can pick? No way. That's so cool. What I want in life is, I don't know, to escape all this, to be loved, to be valued, success, power, control, to understand what's really going on, to enjoy what I can, to be at peace with myself, to be seen and heard, to excel at something, a family, just normal human life, to survive nothing. Don't worry, I think it's more dramatic. Oh. Good. What I want in life is... be at peace with myself.
To be at peace with myself. Is that wrong? Or maybe I just wish I could feel connected to someone. Even when I talk to people, I feel like I just don't connect, no matter what I do. I think maybe that's the real problem. I can't have a connection to anyone.
Right, King Saw, that was so cool. I did not expect to be actually to be able to like make the choice and have so many options.
Why do you think you can't have a connection with anyone?
Because it's the way I am. It's the way I've always been. I can't seem to get people to see me, or I can't let them see me, or people look at me and they see something there, but it's not me. Not that I would know what the real me was. I don't even know who I am or where I come from. My parents were never together. My father moved back to Japan right after I was born. I have no memory of him, no knowledge of him. I've never spoken to him.
Sorry, the scene is beautiful.
I don't know if he remembers I exist, or if he forgot, or if he wants to forget. He has his own family there now, so I'm just a thing that happened once. I was alone a lot, and I got used to being alone, and I got used to the idea of being alone, and now I can't break away. I've been trying. I speak with people, I hang out.
Just gotta get a screenshot of this scene, right?
I don't know if it's working.
Oh.
Is there someone with whom you feel like your communication could work?
Someone I can communicate with. Well,
There's Nora, there's Ray, there's Storm, there's Raina, there's Erlen, not really. There's Nora.
there's Nora. She's really talented and works really hard. She has so much to bring to the world, so much beauty and
Sorry,
joy.
you're good, Kixai. I knew what you meant.
I see what she does, and I want to cheer her on as she makes incredible new things. I hope she knows how amazing she is. Interesting. Evelyn, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Virtual Amphitheater. It may help you feel more confident about presenting yourself in public. You can find it inside the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. Try it for about 20 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week. Sure. We hope to see you back soon, Evelyn. Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye. Bye.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is your experience. I mean, we got to talk. I'll give it 2. I don't know how I feel. I can't tell if I feel better or worse or anything. $45, oof. I know, right? Honestly, $45 for that bad of a flippin' therapy appointment? Nah, fam. I just want to lie down forever. Oh, how cute. Who is important to you? It's a little ramen shop! What if wait, that's how much it was, dang. Actually, it was 50 because I tipped 5. It was $50. Something occurred to me. Eliza is a little bit of a computer code attached to a corpus made from thousands of unhappy people who poured their miseries into it. It makes her some kind of god or spirit, doesn't it? A modern machine god that people pray to alleviate their pain. Are you okay? Haha. Sorry. I like having someone I can talk to about these thoughts. My thoughts gotta be filled with interesting people, but most of them are pretty boring. Maybe Rainer wouldn't mind talking about that kind of thing. He likes big thoughts about past and future of humanity. Yeah, but he's my boss. I need to be professional around him. When I hang with people my age, it's just money, money, ambition, get the job. Get the best job, best house, best partner. We all started racing into normal adult life as soon as we could. At least you're doing well by that measure. It's true for almost any stage of life, though. Yep, always rushing. Most people never let go of that. I mean, I'm like that myself. I took this job for the opportunity. But I don't know, I feel like it can't be the only thing. There's something more to life, isn't there? You can talk to Eliza, Erlen. Honestly, when he said that, like, it's nice to be able to talk to someone, I immediately was like, why don't you talk to Eliza? Like, you like talking. I immediately thought about that, JC. I'm the wrong person to answer that. Even if I weren't, it's not the kind of question I could answer for you. Haha, yeah, I understand. Maybe we could talk to someone about this, someone qualified. I just did an actual Eliza session for the first time. Yeah, did it help? I think maybe it did, I'm still deciding. Yeah, I should probably be dog fooding all of our apps, Eliza and the rest of them too. You should be what? Eat your own dog food? You ever heard that one? It means use your own products. Now that I think about it, it's a weird phrase, huh? Yeah, it makes me wonder. I might have to try something. What, eat dog food? What do you mean? Nothing an experiment, just thinking out loud. Not something bad, is it? I hope you learned something. Whatever it is you plan to do. Oh. Well, I think that has to be it. Guys, I think it has to be. I think that has to be it. We're on chapter 6. And, she gonna eat dog food. That's what I'm thinking. But, I think that has to be it, guys. I think, you know, it's been nearly 3 hours. No such cliffhanger. I know! That's what makes the best. That's what makes the best. I might stream tomorrow. How many chapters? I don't know. I thought there were only 5, but apparently there's 6? I think there's only 6, though. I think 6 has to be, like, the end. But we will actually complete this. We will complete this probably tomorrow. I do want to stream tomorrow, but we'll actually see if I have time for that, because I have some things I need to do. But I will try to get this done as fast as possible, so that way we can, you know, have a nice conclusion before it becomes more difficult for me to stream the more into winter break we go. So, with that said, dang it, my mic keeps on falling over. That said, hold on, let me get the outro music on. Guys, dang it! YouTube ads! This game is interesting. Yeah, I really am liking it so far. I'm very curious as what the ending is going to be, because I feel like there's more choices that we're getting into near the end, and I really like that. But anywho, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad you were able to come, JC. I know the time is a bit awkward for you. Thank you for the stream. No problem. Thank you for coming. King Saw, thank you for coming as well. Mars was here earlier. Thank you for coming, Mars. Turtles, thank you for coming as well. Anyone else who doesn't chat, I appreciate your viewership and your support. Okay, take your time. By Meeks, Lucky, by everyone else. Thank you for the stream. I thought it was fun. And curse you for the cliffhanger, but thank you, by Lucky, Meeks, everyone else. I won't sleep anyways. No, JC, no! Please get sleep! Anywho, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. Hopefully there'll be a lot more content to come. But yeah, thank you so much again, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys! Bye! Please get some sleep, guys. We're at my exams tomorrow. No! JC, please sleep! Anywho, goodbye. Bye, guys!